Operation C.M.G. Today's contestants are Leslie, Jacob, and Dustin.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. We are the podcast that covers comics, movies, and games. So I have been gone away, honeymoon, traveling the world. Okay, so I saw some sights, drank some beers, and I don't know anything important that happened since I've been back. So, what you guys got?
Well, the only things I have is pretty much, it's kind of very Netflix heavy. Like this week I watched Raising Dion and El Camino. And I want to talk about Raising Dion first. Because it's like, okay, basically if you don't know, it's like about this kid. Well, actually it's about this mom who has this kid, like this 6-year-old kid who has powers. And I'm saying like, this is like Omega level mutant powers.
Wow.
Like he can, like he's doing some crazy things. And again, like I said, I told you this earlier, I never felt more like in tune with Batman watching this.
Why?
Because this kid, I see this kid, and the only thing I can't stop thinking of, he's going to destroy the world when he hits puberty. Like, I mean, just like, it's nothing about the kid, but it's just like, you know, he's a child. He's young. So it's like, you know, he going through everyday life, he throws a temper tantrum, like, he could do some damage. And like, that is all I'm thinking of. Like, he does this thing where he doesn't want this guy to get in trouble at his job, so he like cuts off the power. He ends up turning off the power to the whole city.
Oh,
holy shit.
Yeah, and that's just like, you know, him barely trying, just like barely knows about his powers. You make this dude, like, you know, take a 16-year-old who knows that they are the shit. And they weren't raised on a farm. You know, they're raised in the inner city, so they're actual, like, you know, real actual people.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about other people's jobs. Exactly. Yeah.
Right, and so it's just like, you know, just sitting here thinking, I was just like, okay, I finally understand Batman. This kid is not a threat. He may not even be a threat, but for the simple fact that he could be, yeah, fuck it all. Fuck this kid. Like,
questions.
Oh, yeah.
How long is this series?
It's only on one season. I think it has like 9-10 episodes.
About 45-minute series?
Mm-hmm. One thing, it may be a little bit hard to watch because it's involving a kid, so it is a rated like PG show, so it doesn't like.
You feel like it doesn't live up to its full potential of what the show could be, kind of.
Yeah, but again, it's like, you know, it's like a 6-year-old, like, you know, it's a young kid, so it's like, you can't have him do.
It's not gonna be like Brightburn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he's just murdering people out of left and right.
Yeah, and plus it's like, you know, it's more of a like lighthearted type thing.
Lighthearted, trying to deal with my powers type, you know.
I mean, it's kind of more so about the mom having a kid that has powers and how she's dealing with it.
Did she birth him?
Did she birth him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not like an alien or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just a weird thing, but I guess I get it.
I mean, was he got in the lab? Was he born like what kind of world? Is there other people in this world that are powered? Or
yeah.
Did they mention like other people? Like
yeah, they
or something.
I think we're trying to avoid spoilers by
okay. Yeah,
they most definitely mention others, but you're gonna have to watch to see how that works.
Yeah.
But,
I'm glad it's only about, you said 9 or 10, because
mm-hmm.
I can't like. When you're an adult and you got a job and you got a significant other, or even if you just have a dog, like, dude, I ain't got time to watch 24. I ain't got time to watch 25 episodes, an hour-long episodes of a TV show, bro. Just give me like 8 of them.
Well, I mean, I haven't finished it, but see, for me, it's like, it's not even about the actual show so much. It's just, again, it's about the concept. It's about the concept of, like, you know, a kid this age, knowing how much life he's going to experience, know how much change is going to happen, like, just, you know, like, okay, like, let's say, you know, when I was, like, 15, 16, I was mad because I didn't get a car. And it's like, I had to work for it. It's just like, damn, I don't want to work, and I had to save up for that. If I was a kid with like, powers, no, y'all finna give me a car, because if not, I'm just finna steal one.
I'm the complete opposite though, because I'd be like, yo, I don't want a car. I can fucking fly. Like,
What if you can't fly?
Well,
if I can't fly,
What if your superpower is being the ugliest person ever?
probably make money off of it somewhere. I'm sure you can. And then I buy my own damn car. But like, I get what you're saying is that, you can't just be mad about shit, and when you have like a kid in that age when he actually has powers, then it takes a whole nother fucking level. I will bring this house down if you don't give me a car.
I'm tired of fucking hamburgers, like maybe some macaroni or something shit, like just little things like that. Like
because it's a 6-year-old that tampers.
I mean, he
tempers.
The kid himself doesn't actually go through that, but it's still always the what if.
Yeah, but it's always back.
So,
like, I've seen 6-year-old before they throw tempers.
A really good question to pose here, I think, and it has nothing to do with this TV show like directly, but like, what do you think the percentage of people, if half the world's population tomorrow got a random set of generic powers, what percent of those 50 people would just automatically start doing like terrible shit?
Isn't that like the 4400, that old show? Did y'all ever watch that? It's been a while since I watched it, but it's like 4,400 people go missing off of like a plane or something, or just disappear into thin air, and then like 2 or 3 years later they're back on Earth, and all of them have a wide variety of powers. Like, most of them turn bad, some of them turn good, and they're like just trying to figure out like what happened to them, that kind of shit like that. That's essentially what you're saying, is that like they just woke up tomorrow and you had powers. Like, what percentage would it be?
Like what? Yeah.
What percentage would be what? Go bad or go rogue or what?
Just I guess not abuse whatever gifts they were given or power they were given.
Who would not abuse it?
Who would abuse it?
Well, everyone.
You think 100% of people?
People are human, and it's not like we get lighthearted about reading comic books, but people are human. Like, I can't make a bank payment, but you know what? I'm the guy from Jumper. I can go rob a bank. But,
like,
you know what I mean?
No,
and
like,
nobody
real
would
talk.
know, and you have a wide variety of people, and we're all still humans. They're gonna have human connections. Some people might be the fact that I'll be like, I can't do it as much as I want to. I could rob that bank without anybody knowing and live the rest of my life comfortably, but I can't, and that conscious. But then you have the people who would rob that bank are gonna beat the shit out of that person when they find them, because they're just so soft-hearted.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not giving these people. I'm not in this hypothetical situation of a world where I create fucking superheroes. Like, it's randomized, so it's not like I'm giving them to like Blackgate Penitentiary.
No,
like, I'm giving like just random amount
of
of citizens. Like, what's the percentage? I would honest to God think like. Okay, you would say what? I think out of the world's total population, like, crazy estimate, 25% have like committed a crime. And I mean a crime, I mean like something to be arrested for, like robbing a bank, or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like severe crimes,
Okay,
right? That's like 25% of the world's population, maybe, give or take. So like I think it would give a little more push.
No, but see, you're thinking of how things are now. Like he said, if someone had the power for like Jumper, where you can just like teleport anywhere, or like, if you see something you can teleport there or something like that. The reason people don't do it now is because they know they can't get away with it. Think about how much more crime happened when people could get away with things. For the simple fact of and it's like,
I guess I just have like a glass open to humanity.
Yeah. No, I mean, but that's good. Like, I would love to have that hope, but at the same time, I know within myself, it's like, yes, it sounds good on pen and paper, but if I was able to like, super strength, like, and just like run up into a bank,
I'd be beating people up all the time.
I would not do that, but I would most definitely, like, I would steal at fucking ATM. Like, I would, those people, like, in the armored trucks doing banks, I would fucking rob them. Like, like, I really do
Robin
hate this.
Hood. Robin Hood the shit out of somebody.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like
I could do that.
It sounds shitty, but yes, I would commit crimes. Now, would I commit anything violent? No, I wouldn't be just sitting around knocking people out. No, I'm not going to do that. But there are some things I would. Oh, my car's a little fucked up right now. So if I could just, boop, get the keys and boop, get in the car. Yeah, I'm going to drive off in a new Corvette. They ask how I got it. I don't know.
Bro, it was left in my house. I don't know what y'all want me to.
Shit.
Bro, he said basically he was gonna steal the car, and I was like, nah, I don't know if I can. And he said brand new Corvette, and I was like, I can probably do that. that's a brand new,
I mean,
mid-engine Corvette.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Oh, you stole this. How?
Where's the evidence?
What did I do? Just pick it up and walk it here?
Right, yeah.
I don't know. You're talking about the show, and I'm just like, man, like how? What is the like? I wonder, like, what if we all got powers tomorrow? How many people would?
No, see, that's not the thing. If we all got powers, that's one thing. But okay, like my little niece Jalen, if she got powers, oh my god, we would be at like DEFCON 5 every time there's no ice cream.
That's the whole point that he was trying to make, is that kids throw temper tantrums over dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to us it's dumb. To them it's like, oh my god, it's the end of the world, I don't have ice cream, like you said. But bro, bring down that damn house just because you ain't got no ice cream. If my kid is super, bro, everything's being stocked in that fridge. I want ice cream, son. There are 19 pints.
So hold on, no. So like, let's say like your kid does actually have powers. Do you just appease them all the time?
Oh no, absolutely not.
So
because then it makes them think that they be a bad guy.
But how do you discipline that? Like,
bro, pop him in the moment
you fucking live on a farm. That way, if they do go all destructo, they're only taking out that wheat field.
I don't know. Did you watch Brightburn? That guy started committing mass suicide on his phones and family, and then he started doing it on the world.
Okay, I guess they just have to call you. Just say, hey, call me Ma and Pa. Just call us Ma and Pa, and you're gonna be okay. Work for Superman.
I'd probably give him a Superman comic to read, but look, this could be you. Just don't hit me again. Just read this.
And then the ICU.
Here's this. Another body cast. grab this comic. But I would probably use examples.
Mm-hmm.
Like you definitely couldn't whoop him because when he turns around and smacks you through a wall, like what are you gonna do?
Then
you're gonna get up and be like, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're allowed to have that ice cream. Yeah, fuck me. Yeah. But you can't beat them because then you need to teach them that hitting is right, and they're super beings, so like they're just gonna. Oh, well, he stole my pencil in class. Yeet through 6 buildings.
But it's like
you can't one up them. Like
but
you can't.
But like, you can show them examples.
You're like, don't do this. No, you're correct. I'm saying this is why you couldn't, because it's like, son, don't do that. Do it. Smack their ass. Oh, really, Dad? How? Yeah. Then what am I gonna do? Okay, he's stronger than me.
You're gonna fly through 7 different walls.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Like what?
Either one, it kills him.
Yeah.
And I just killed my kid, or 2, it doesn't kill him,
and now he's pissed.
Now he's
right burned. Yeah. But my thing is,
Dad, you were trying to kill me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
Watch this.
Okay.
Hey, I got a power. That's how you shoot him. I'm gonna have to go get the shotgun. Forget the belt. I'm gonna have to go get the shotgun. Don't do it.
But the perfect thing that you could probably do.
If your son was Wolverine, that's the only child out of all the superheroes that have powers. I think that's the only one that you could really discipline, because you could be like, I will fucking melt you down to a skeleton, and you'll come back in like 2 weeks. But damn it, like
you won't like it.
You won't like it.
To the outside world, you're just walking one day, he gets in trouble, whatever. You just break his arm, and parents are like freaking out. They're like, call someone, child abuse, and then like you get back home. Yeah, he's just like. All right, shit. And he just kind of like grows right back.
Okay,
and then like you're going to jail for child abuse, but your child is all you can discipline.
Walking down the store, don't touch that. I said don't touch that. Shut up, Dad. Pow! Body drops.
CCTV just sees a kid just wow.
Body drops on the floor. 5 minutes later, he stands up.
All right.
Seriously,
dude. All right.
Dad, I have a headache now. I told you.
See, I don't know. I feel like if I had a kid like that, I would do I really do hate to say it, but they would hate me because I'm going to find out what's the most I could do to you. Like, just walk up. Like, no, I mean, okay, that sounded totally wrong.
Holy shit.
But, like, I would be like, just walk up, like, hit you with the 2x4, bam.
Jesus Christ,
Leslie.
Dude, Leslie gonna have a fucking 2-year-old fall down
Not
and
when
like
they're 2,
fall
but
down
when
and
they're like 12.
he's gonna fall down and be like, "Yo, he didn't cry."
Yo,
Hold up, honey. Give me the 2x4. Yeet. Nazi.
I mean,
what a Nazi scientist.
But
like,
what
just,
you want to know? I mean, because
hey, Leslie, you want to come out for drinks tonight? Nah, I'm experimenting on a child.
Hey. Hey, you want to have a contingency plan? This is how it happens.
However, at the same time, there's probably a kid who's like, Dad, hit me with the Tahoe.
And you're like, yeah, you got the cool kid that's like, bro, hey, Dad, I had a great idea at school today. What's that? Do you think that if I fly up there to one of them airplanes and it hits me, how much damage do you think it fucking do? And they're like,
That's a
I don't know,
good
man, try it
question.
out, bro, go. And they're like, he falls, he's like, how'd it work? He's like, fucking hurt, Dad, but we'll try something else.
That sounds like a real, like, white trash. Like, redneck Alabama. Like, you did that whole skit, and I'm just thinking, in my mind, I imagine like a fat guy and like a wife beater on a porch, like, drinking a beer. How'd it go?
I do agree with Justin what I'm saying, that you probably have kids out there that's like, dude, I cut my finger at school today, and like, I wonder how much blood, I can lose, or like how much, like what can actually cut me, or what, or shit, can I jump off this fucking building and live? And like your kid's like, hey, your kid's suicidal. Here's the problem. He's fine. He's fine.
No, he just got a gift.
He's going through a phase.
He got a gift.
And it's just say
he got a gift, and out the back window, you see the backdrop is kicking, right off the building.
Oh my god! I guess I don't. I think I'm brainwashed by comics.
What do you mean?
Because like
want
I think
everything to be nice superheroes.
Well, I'm just like I seriously like I feel like if I woke up tomorrow with super speed, I would be like, I'm destined to be the Flash. Like I must stop.
Oh man, I would do good with it.
Like I'm gonna stop all the crime.
I agree with that, but at the same time,
anti-hero.
I would think, how is it that I can cash in on that? Fuck Usain Bolt. That's what. Bro,
I'm gonna let him go.
How can I monetize this?
I'm gonna lower my speed to the point where it looks human, and I'm gonna fuck up Usain Bolt.
Just sit here, just. Oh shit! He. All right.
Walking backwards in the Olympics. What's up, man?
But I would be an anti-hero. Basically, is like my point. Like, yeah, I would do good things, but at the same time,
what's the bad you would do?
The bad, bro. If you have somebody like the Joker, I'm not gonna be Batman. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. People, like, he kills so many people, I'm gonna let him live?
No, I feel like you'd be something like, hey guys, just so y'all know, I'm finna go kill, like, these terrorists over here. We all cool with that?
Yeah, we all good? We all good? Do I need a paper?
Any problem?
Do I need a hall pass? What is it?
It's not like you can stop me. I'm just kind of doing the common courtesy of giving you guys...
letting you know.
I'm letting you know. Bye.
6 terrorists are about to turn up missing, and I'm just letting the U.S. government
that it
know
was me.
That it was
I'm letting
me.
you know it was me.
You guys don't have to freak out, but these fuckers about to die.
You don't know my Venmo account. I expect a deposit. Thank you.
I'm monetizing my power.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm monetizing my power. But I'm gonna be superhero.
I don't think that classifies yourself in this world that we're sitting in right now.
Right,
but I'm doing good.
You're not an anti-hero. I think you would just be a good general guy. I'm talking like...
Oh, the world we live in now? Because I want to get paid for it? I can understand that.
Well, no, I mean, yes, and that if you killed terrorists, like, that's not... You're not...
Right, but okay, hold on. So that doing it that way, that makes it okay, but doing it my way, where if I am the fastest man, and I just say, hey, yeah, I'm going to be the gold medal Olympics winner for, like, ever.
No.
That's that you think...
No, because you
trying to
would
cheat the system.
because you... He is the fastest man in the world. What is that? That's
very
like
true, but in my opinion,
what is that? What's
in
wrong
my
with
opinion,
that?
he woke up with a gift. Usain Bolt and other people have tried their whole lives to get up there and do that. It's just by
I will never be a gold
whoa.
medalist because some of those guys got medical gifts.
Exactly.
Like,
You're telling me right now if I dedicated my life let's say 10 years ago, right? To being a track star, I could compete with Usain Bolt.
First of all, I've seen you foot race, and that's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
So I mean, my
he
thing
was born,
is that,
it's the same thing. If he
was born with it.
Now, if you create him in the lab or anything.
But that's what you're saying. It's like, tomorrow, like, we just all wake up with, like, some gamma radiation and we all woke up with powers. Yeah. Would that then be cheating?
Is it bad that I'm kind of wishing that this happens tomorrow?
I mean,
the way you guys are talking, the way y'all were talking, fuck no, dude. You're gonna start experimenting on people. You're telling me kids are gonna blow up the fucking world? I'm not. Whoa. Leave that shit in the books.
But here's the thing.
Like,
what are you gonna do against two superhumans though? You gonna stop us?
Keep recording this podcast. Any topic you want to talk about?
Alright, what topic should we talk? I mean, I thought we should talk about the Fortnite event, because the Fortnite event, but whatever you guys want to do. Like, we don't fucking like that. Alright.
Okay.
Shit.
What do you want?
Please stop. Could you dinner?
Please stop. We're recording. Please stop.
Please stop. You're very embarrassing for this.
Alright. Let's see what else we got. That was Raising Dion.
Yep.
Yeah. Next thing I got is El Camino. Now, question: have you eaten no Breaking Bad at all?
You're zero, like never.
Bro, I've probably watched the horoscope of what I've seen of Breaking Bad, even though I'm like
horoscope.
Yeah, isn't that horoscope? What is that? About 15 minutes total. My whole life is what I'm saying. What is that fucking word now?
Is it like horoscope? I'm like, I'm like zodiac signs.
I'm like, yeah. Where the hell are you going with this? He's like, if I was I've seen maybe 15 minutes on maybe a Pisces of Breaking Bad. Maybe that makes sense.
I got it wrong. What in the horoscope?
Correction.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, just stay over there and stop talking for a little bit. You need to control yourself. I have seen about. I'm like fourth season, like halfway through, but I know the ending. So non-spoilers. I mean, spoiler. This is your warning. If you've never seen Breaking Bad and you plan on watching it, which you're never going to, because it's been on forever now, so fuck you. Heisenberg dies at the end, right?
And I'm in timeout.
It's funny because the only thing I'm going to say is that's left ambiguous in the show, but they just kind of just confirm it in the movie. Okay. But they just confirm it.
And then this movie picks up directly after the show,
right?
Like any gap at all, like a week time.
No, like Jesse's in the car and he sees the police lights coming on the horizon.
Okay.
Like to where the final scene of Breaking Bad is.
Okay.
That's how it ends?
Oh yeah. Well, wait. What do you mean? That's how it ends?
That's how the show ends. What you're saying?
Well, yeah. No. That's how that's kind of how the show ends and the movie picks up. Granted, it's like the show ends more on Walt's side. The movie starts with Jesse getting in the car and
I thought you meant like the last fucking scene was him just driving off and the fucking cops coming behind him. And you're like, all right, that's it. Like, no, fuck you.
No, so I mean, you know the concept though.
It's like a two-part episode, and the movie's the second part.
I mean, I wouldn't say I know the concept. Yeah. All I know is meth.
So you got a school teacher. You got a school teacher, science teacher.
Yeah.
Gets cancer.
Yeah.
Decides to start
selling
meth.
Why?
To pay his medical bills. And so
he's a chemistry teacher, and so he knows I can do this.
Yeah.
He knows he's in not the best neighborhood or around the best in the best school. So it's he knows that this is out there. He meets up with one of his old students who actually who helps him sell Jesse, and it just goes on from there. They become kingpins, yada yada yada.
Okay. All right.
And the movie basically ends because basically something was happening to Jesse. And then Walt comes to rescue him. Now, don't take that for face value because it sounds like Walt's a good guy, but no, he's not.
From what I heard, no, my cousins were heavily into this. He was not a good guy, apparently.
Yeah, no.
So, he quickly evolves from I'm doing this to raise money for my bills, and when I die, there'll be money for my family, to
I'm doing this just because I want to.
I'm a drug kingpin, and screw you.
But anyway, El Camino. One thing that is interesting about this is that it's okay, you know how they'll have TV movies?
Yep.
this feels like that, but it doesn't. It feels like it would be a TV movie because it's like 100% right there with the show. It's like, references in the show, just like, people show up who you may not actually, if you haven't watched the show, you don't know, but you see, oh, that's fucking Mike, yeah. But they don't necessarily explain it, and I like that aspect. It's just like a movie where it's assuming you're watching this, you've seen the show, you already know.
In my opinion, it's not like that, though. It's more like, you know what? I'm going to give a reward in our movie that we're making to end everything, a reward to people who've actually watched it and know these characters. They're going to be in there. If you haven't watched it, you'll still understand. But if you have, you're going to really respect and value that this character's in there. And this, that, not exactly respect, but more along the lines of thank you for watching. Here's some shit that regular people wouldn't know when they watch this movie. Give you that value of, you know what, I've seen this show. You know what, fuck other people.
I'll give you that because it actually, it does stand on its own. Like, if you take the movie for, like, face value and, like...
That's what I was going to pose the question to you, is, like, does this movie, if I'm a person who's never seen a single episode, if I'm Jacob, never seen Breaking Bad ever, and, like, I'm like, oh, El Camino on Netflix. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to give this a watch. And then maybe, or maybe you go, oh, there's that Breaking Bad movie. And they think, oh, maybe this is the movie version of the show. Whatever. Does this stand ground as a movie?
Yeah, you can, it may be a little different because, like, some of the things it may, like, the movie assumes you already know, so it won't show you things yet, but it's like, if you watch, it's like, oh, who's that guy? What are they talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, but that's like God of War. Like, whenever I gave you God of War to play for the new one, whenever he's in hell and he's talking to, Zeus, and Zeus starts showing up and shows, like, past scenes or whatever, people like me, who love the games,
what?
Bro, I was having a blast, but he probably didn't. He enjoyed it, but
it didn't mean
that much. Than, like, oh, a character in the movie that I wouldn't know. And they're like, oh, hey, what's up, Jessica? Like, I'm glad you're back. And, like, we're all like, okay, so he knows him. Okay, cool. So at least they know each other. I got that part. So keep going. But then, like, you would be like, oh my fucking God.
She's back.
Yeah, she's back. I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
But it's interesting because I actually would want to, this is something that I would want to see without any knowledge, just to see if I could, if I would have the same experience, because, like, it's something that you could totally watch on its own, but you still do need to. I mean, I guess it's something you can watch on your own, and if you're attentive, you would be able to pick up everything you would need to, but it's just easier.
But if you're not attentive, you should probably watch a YouTube recap before you go see the movie.
Actually, I didn't watch it just because I know the show, but you click on the movie, it will give you, like, a Breaking Bad recap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, I didn't watch it, so I don't know how in depth it would go.
Yeah. But at least it does give you that recap.
I would assume it would give you all the certain points of, this, that, the other.
Damn. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
How's production value on it?
It's actually pretty nice. I mean, it's like, okay, this is one thing that I feel like Netflix does a lot better during the fall. Just because it's like, it's a movie that actually feels like it could have been in theaters.
Yeah.
Like actual, like, that much production into it. But then again, it's like, if you think about the production within Breaking Bad, the show, that wasn't like, that didn't have shitty quality. It was kind of...
It was an AMC property, so yeah. But I mean, it's a big deal because Breaking Bad's like, dude, it's like one of the most popular TV shows of all time.
Yeah.
But it's like, the movie in itself is a big deal for people, but a behind the scenes thing, I think, is like, it's like, this is another thing Netflix is doing that we're, like, slowly, like, you're like, oh, Breaking Bad movie, that's awesome, right? But then it's just like,
oh, it's on Netflix?
Oh, shit,
like,
Netflix made it?
Like, Netflix is doing this, and it's like...
I'm going to be honest with you, before you even said Netflix, I thought it was in theaters.
Nah.
I've seen the trailer, but, like, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't see like the Netflix part, so I don't know if I just watched off something else. But I didn't see them on, only on Netflix thing.
Yeah.
No, I think they said that this had like a very limited.
That may have,
release.
that may have been the trailer that I watched instead of being on Netflix.
Just because
I didn't know that, but
I think it said it released like in select theaters and digitally on the same day.
Oh, okay. Because the whole time I was thinking that El Camino was a movie that was in theaters, and when you said Netflix, I was like, oh wow.
So I mean, it's. But yeah, it's just very interesting to see like Netflix and what they're doing, because they're like,
I agree.
They're slowly becoming like the powerhouse of.
Well,
because they really started like the whole streaming platform.
Well, I wouldn't say they're starting to. I would say they are, just because they're the ones who give us the most content that we can talk about. Sure, Amazon Prime, Hulu, they may have certain shows.
They have their own originals, but
Netflix is the one who's coming out with something weekly.
That's the point we made, I think, in the last podcast. I think either in episode 3 or 2.
We made it on one of them.
Yeah, we made it on one of them where it was like, when you think of Hulu original, Prime original, or Netflix original, which one are you going to lean more towards? Because you know the production value. You know that, hey, I watched the movie on all 3 of these and I'd rather watch the Netflix one again. I'd probably just go watch it on Netflix, to be honest. Because it's that production value they give, like you were talking about. It looks like it'd be a theater movie. Like, it just gives you that production value. You're like, oh man, I want to go watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Rather than Hulu or Prime.
Yeah.
I have another question, though. This follows the same thing. Is there a TV show besides Breaking Bad or like The Walking Dead that ended a while back that you would like a movie for?
Dude, you're about to.
It's broad. It's broad.
Rabbit hole.
It's broad, but just give me one.
Sons of Anarchy. Saying that, I know they have a spin-off, The Mayans, but like I don't care about The Mayans.
I've tried The Mayans. It's not as good.
I don't care about that. I wish they would come out with that's like I feel like. Okay. I'm going to answer your question.
No, you go, because I'm still thinking.
Yeah, like, he thought of it.
I feel really like, I don't think I've ever watched a TV show, like through and through, right, that has had a good ending, besides Sons of Anarchy. I don't think every ending, because like, the ending's so hard to do, and I'm not even going to bring up Game of Thrones. That's not even like in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm not talking like just TV shows you watch. Like, think about like it's like everyone goes, I don't know how to end this, so they either end it shitty or they end it like Lost.
Oh, fuck that! Fuck you! Brought that back. Fuck you!
You know what I'm saying? Well, besides Sons of Anarchy, have you ever seen that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you seen all the way through. Exactly. So, spoiler alert: the main character dies at the end.
Yeah.
But it's a full circle thing of like he knows his dad died on a motorcycle, get hit by a semi, and then he like goes through his dad's life parallel with the diary he's reading, and then he like commits suicide the same way his dad died. And it's like
perfect
it is.
It's written so good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like shows don't do that. Like I don't think I've ever watched another TV show that I'm just like at the end of that I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Every other TV shows I'm like. Damn.
You want to know why? Because that one actually had an ending, and it's like most shows they kind of drag it out. It's like, ooh, okay, like this is the end of the season. Oh, well, it's doing so popular. Well, let's leave it open ended. So if we want to, we can do another one. Like they do that with so many things that it kind of just ruins it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I mean, it's like okay, Breaking Bad. Very popular show, right?
It ended at the perfect spot. It ended when it was on top. They didn't stretch it out too long for us to lose interest. But, like The Walking Dead.
But are you as seeing the show as an entirety of Breaking Bad? Were you satisfied with the ending of that show?
The ending of the show?
Of Breaking Bad?
Actually, yeah.
You were.
I mean, granted, it was kind of left ambiguous because you don't know what happens to Jesse, but I kind of was okay with that. Just kind of just saying, like, ooh, even if I don't know what happens to him, he's out. He's no longer dealing with this. Walt's story, as far as I know, ends, and it that show gives you all of the closure you could need.
Mm-hmm.
I guess except for Jesse, but then it's like, they left that for like this movie, so full circle.
So what would be your answer for one that didn't need one?
See that did need
that does need a movie.
That did or you want
See,
a movie?
That you want a movie.
See, I don't know because it's
yours was Breaking Bad.
Well, no, because it's like the only series that I think that I've actually finished that's not like a comedy sitcom or anything like that is like that actually had an ending is like Weeds, and it's just like that. I didn't like the way that ended, but it's just like, for the most part, and this is the problem I have.
Yeah.
There's a point within the show where I just fall off, and it's like, because I could say the same thing about like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But it's just like, well, I'm not saying that that's ending, but like, I think that I would like to see a movie that actually has closure with that, only because it's like you get so far. You get so far into it that it's just like I don't care anymore.
I can see that.
I changed mine from Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
This is only if they do it right. Gotham.
You think that they should do a movie to like continue that? Or like a movie to like kind of give you closure?
No, not closure. Just something that I would like to see return. I feel like that works perfectly because you spend all that. Well, I think Gotham was like five seasons, 6 seasons, and it's like it's that was it's one of those weird, like it's super comic accurate, but at the same time it wasn't. Like it's like the villains are there before Batman. Blah blah blah. Spoiler alert: Bruce is Batman at the very end for like 2 seconds. So
you want like a look into what him being Batman as young would be? I can see that.
Or no, not even that. Just like revisit that
concept that you
like
just
in 5 years.
on.
Like let that actor grow up. Like let him grow up for 5 or 6 years.
And then say, "Oh, I've been doing this for 5 years."
Yeah, and like let him look like a man, and then do a
I can see that.
That works. Gotham the movie, and you bring back all the same people. Dude, I'm bro. Call me up. Call me up, because like the guy you'd have what's his name, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
he'd be older, perfect for Commissioner Gordon, and then you'd have all that. You bring back the same guys as Riddler, Penguin.
Yeah, I did like that Enigma.
You just bring back the villains, and then you'd have the same cast, and you can Gotham the movie, but it's Batman fighting.
That would be
good. Because I feel like you watch the whole show, you're just like, I'm watching this because it's a Batman thing. Even though, like, I want this to be a Batman TV show, but it's not. But I'm watching it because it's about Batman. And at the end, you're like, that's Batman. And then you're like, yep.
I can see that.
Like,
yeah.
I put up with this shit for this long.
My reasoning for asking about other shows and which one you see the movies, because the ending that you just explained to me to Breaking Bad was so much like my favorite TV series, which is House.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
I'm just saying that it ends almost the same way. And again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, it's he fakes his death at the end.
Really?
Oh, dude, I've been telling you to watch this show and you don't fucking He fakes his death at the end and runs off with his best friend who had gotten cancer or whatever, who by like proxy was an oncologist and treated cancer, and he got cancer. So they both run off together or whatever, and he leaves, and that's the last part you see is them riding off a motorcycle together. And you're like, where'd they go? Mm-hmm. Does he still practice medicine? Does he still need, like, because one of the things he needs is his Vicodin, and he needs a puzzle to solve. Like, what fucking puzzles, how is he not breaking down with having no medical puzzles to solve, no puzzles to solve at all, riding off in the sunset being happy? How in the hell is he being okay with this? I need at least a movie to show me.
That's the point. I think that's why because there's no concrete ways, I think, to end a show unless you do it perfectly. Like you said, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy type thing, where a story comes full circle. Yeah. Because like you can't satisfy, because if you do an ending, right, it's concrete. Like that's the end.
You can't
satisfy everybody. So that's why you go.
Everyone wanted Jax to live, and then all of a sudden he dies.
Fans like you who are like, well, the house character needs, he's
well, okay.
This,
first of all, I want to clear it up.
Like,
I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't like the ending because it ended perfect for his character because he was going to jail for a very long time.
I'm saying though,
and he was like,
I'm out.
But like you have these questions, right?
Yeah.
And the answer is the unknown.
The unknown. I like that idea, but I'm saying like if they're gonna do something like that, I would like it to be House. I think it would be really cool. It would be like, okay, how is he getting his puzzle fixed? Because he literally drives himself insane to the point of hallucinations with Vicodin.
The movie.
Fuck you. They did a season that was not very good. I fucking hated you for saying that.
It's funny you bring up House because saying that brought me to the thing that I would want to have another movie to
That's what we do in this
on.
podcast, folks. We
help each other out, help each other with our thoughts.
we connect people.
We connect people.
But you say House, and I instantly think of Sherlock.
Oh,
that is 100% a show.
You just triggered Justin.
That is a show that I think could have ended so much better, just because it's like there was this big build up for, I think it was like season 3. Or maybe that was season 4, whichever one. There was a big build-up for the last season, and it just did not pay off.
Yeah.
They went a completely different direction that we originally thought the direction that they said they were going to go, and it was kind of like,
I can see that.
And I don't know, just...
Because I agree with you. Like you said, not everybody's going to be happy with the ending, but sometimes in certain cases, like Game of Thrones or something like that, the ending is fucking shit.
I
agree. There's
a majority more of people saying that it was bad and they didn't like it than just it's 50-50, perfectly fine that you don't want to know what happened, and then you want to know what happened and it's unknown and you don't like it. There's 50-50. Whereas something that had that much controversy over it is Game of Thrones, and they were like, everybody hated it.
I'm gonna go on the record and say the Game of Thrones ending was not bad at all.
I mean, I don't think it's bad at all. I'm just saying
the
majority
reason
of
that
people...
show was so popular is because like they kept the anticipation of what's next, and then
they would have finally ended.
And
you're
then
like,
they ended it,
yeah.
And it's like, plus you have that show has like it was like a dating show where it's like, 25. Yeah, exactly. 25 people. I it's like American Idol. I text in a vote to have that guy be the king at the end. Yeah. It's like so.
Okay, not to get too much into this, that's fucking wrong. Like, just for the simple fact that they did some obvious misdirection. Like, they specifically switched things up from the direction they were going just to keep the audience on their toes.
So instead of just making it flow, and even if people would have figured it out, you think they should just let it flow instead of purposely putting obstacles in the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Purposefully switching shit up, just like,
I can feel that,
we were setting this up, we were leading you here, we were leading you to the lake the whole time. And then you know what?
Where were they leading you?
You know where they were leading
Where?
me. They were leading me to, first of all, at the very least, they were leading me to whatever the fuck what were they? Again, I can't even think of them now. The Ice People, the White Walkers. They were leading me to that. They were leading me to them. They were leading me to this epic battle that didn't happen. It happened in the dark, but you thought, oh, this is the first battle. It's alright, this is cool, It's first battle, it's alright. It's a little tester before the main battle. And then you know what? There was no fucking main battle. That was the battle. You could you're talking about Dany's little siege on King's Landing, where it was a little battle, but then it was just like, no, we give up, then Dany goes crazy for no fucking reason. Like,
first of all, I want to stop you.
Don't get me
because her friend died. First of all.
What?
I agree with you.
Hold on. How would it have ended and you'd have been happy? What needs to be changed?
Explaining the White Walkers.
Okay, besides that, because I don't have an answer for you on that one.
I mean, but
that
was half of the show.
That was my biggest problem.
That's my only problem. But besides everything else.
I mean, the simple fact that, like...
And this is hypothetically, I'm giving you an episode or 2 to see Dany go from normal to crazy.
Okay, so you're giving me more than just that split second.
How do you see that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, you have her win the King's...
No. I'm saying, like, if you feel like most people do that she was like rushed into that was too rash, I'm saying, let's hypothetically say that there's more.
Okay, no, but you
in
gotta
my
think,
opinion.
it's like everything was already there. She lost she lost a dragon already. By that point, she had lost 2 dragons. She only has 1 left. She just, like, she's vulnerable. And then it's like they killed Missandei, so she...
I get why she
Right,
went
no, listen. And then it's like all this. She takes King's Landing. All right, yeah, okay, but the little whispers. So Sansa's, she's not fucking with Dany. Oh, okay, well, she did kind of just come up in here and fuck everything. I know Sansa, the Starks really ain't that crazy, and the Starks didn't just burst in my house, fuck all my shit up, now I got nowhere to live. They could have legit made Dany say things to the people. They'd be like, nah, if you don't like me, leave. They leave. They go to Sansa. They go to the woman, they go to the lady in the north. Fucking, you could have had them build disinterest, like, okay, well, now, so, a good number of people know Jon is the actual king. Oh, no, I don't want to be king. It's fine. I don't want to be king. Yeah, Jon, we really like you being the king a lot. No, it's fine. I don't want to be king.
Well, let's just say this. We didn't tell you what you wanted.
Stop.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Yeah.
And then... and then it's just like, so Sansa... Like, the common folk, it wasn't me, but the common folk found out that Jon is the rightful king, and they kind of want your head. Bam. No. You're not finna take this from me. Not that I've been fighting all 7 seasons to get right here, to get into Westeros. Y'all ain't finna tell me this little dude ain't finna come up and take my kingdom from me. No, fuck
Are you
that.
talking about Dany? Because you keep saying Sansa.
Correct.
I mean,
Did I say something?
I caught on what you were saying, but
Danny,
yeah.
Okay,
my bad. Yes,
Yeah.
Danny.
Okay, that's all.
Well, I mean,
I was
because
like,
people would leave. Like, I would assume they would leave to join Sansa's forces. Yeah. That would make more people be like, well, I don't know. Maybe we should be focused on Jon more. But that's just me and my just. That's how I would have done it, at the very least, a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm not D&D, so I don't know what the fuck they are. So I'm just a lowly fan.
You said D&D? What?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead.
I was like, what does D&D have to do
on
with
the
this?
subject of controversial topics. Famous director Martin Scorsese. Kind of. It's like a 2-part. Says some things, throws some shade at Marvel, and then you're kind of like,
and then he backs it up.
Okay, it's whatever. And then he then he comes at him like full force with like brass knuckles on for like no reason.
It's just like, okay, so you feel strongly about this.
Yeah. So they ask him, the Irishman coming out, so they're gonna they're doing interviews for that, and they ask him, what do you think of Marvel movies? Because why would you not ask one of the best directors of all time what he thinks about
some of the best movies of all
time? One of the
time.
best movies of all time. And, of course, he says that they're not real cinema.
And it's funny. Like, I kind of agreed with him, but not full heart. Like, okay. At this point in his statement, I somewhat agree. Just because he's saying, like, it's not the traditional way to go about building movies and blah, blah, blah. Which it's not. It's not the traditional way. But at the same time, things change. Entertainment changes. You used to not be able to be a comic unless you actually did, like, comedy clubs. Now you can shoot a YouTube video and you can hang right there with the other ones.
But I completely disagree with that. Because, like, think about the most popular movies before all of us were even born, right?
Godzilla,
that's what I was just going to say. Like all these, like that's not a romantic,
right? No,
that's some crazy ass.
But that's what was there. You got to think that's how things were. That's what was popular. Then it got to the point where, why don't we actually make movies that are actually romanticized, that actually have more of a full-fledged story? Then that became the norm, and what we're seeing now is a change in the norm. You don't necessarily need to go. You don't need to be a director who has a script. This is the movie I want to write. Blah blah blah.
So do you think time is passing by Scorsese?
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it.
But you got to think, he's been in it for so long. He started when you were a director and you had to sell a script.
Oh,
you can't just go to like a production company and be like,
and make shit movies and still make a lot of money.
But here's how your part contradicts itself. He's been in this so long. He's been in the game so long. He understands that the way of cinema is changing. He's seen it change before, from Dracula, Godzilla to the horror movies that came out to something else, and now he sees it changing to this. Does he just not like the change?
No, I would say yes. He's more so gatekeeping because
he's a pioneer
of movies.
And this is
letting the new way go through is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's why I was getting to your point, because the moment you said that, I was like, that's perfect. But he's seen all of this passing by, and now this topic is coming in here. Does he just not like that topic? Does he just not like the way it's going, what direction it's going? Is it not his movies that's getting popular?
I was just going to say that, do you think that because he says he, quote unquote, tried a Marvel movie, whatever that means. We don't know what movie it is. It could have been Thor 2.
Could have been Ant-Man.
It wasn't that bad movie. Calm down. Exactly. And it's like, do you think it's because he can't do a movie like that? He doesn't know how to.
He's just
so he can't. It's not a thing of like, I'm really good at football. You're really good at baseball. But I'm over here like, I suck at baseball. But I'm like, man, baseball's stupid. That's not a sport.
Oh, so like you're salty?
That's not sports. This is the real sport. This is the real thing.
I don't know, because but just for the simple fact that we're in we may be in the same industry of sports, but we're in two different lanes. Like, for the simple fact of, Scorsese shouldn't be he can't okay, the Marvel movies are 100% entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Scorsese's movies are entertainment, but they're more nuanced entertainment. They're going to be more
emotional, peak that kind of stuff, peak the actual cinema type of stuff, like the theater arts, instead of doing it just purely for entertainment.
And even then, it's just like the subject matter. Not everyone is going to like, the mobster movies. I love them, and so it's like I can give him all the praise.
But I'm not a big fan of that era. So I might not like it as much.
I think this kind of goes back to you remember when oh my goodness, what's the famous director that always wears a baseball cap?
Michael Moore?
No. Spielberg. You remember when Spielberg said that he said something like streaming movies shouldn't be a thing because they're ruining cinema or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is this just another socialist this group of the top tier directors, right? Scorsese, the top ones up there. Is it them just shitting down?
Yeah, I would say yes. I mean, because for the simple fact of you got to think there are reasons why certain movies only win an award. This is that's what I mean by he's one of the gatekeepers. It's just all of these movies, and it's just it's always the most boring ones. It's always the ones where it's just it's like an Oscar bait movie. I really do hate to say
that. What's that one movie with that one came out with the fucking fish and the girl fucks the fish man?
Shape of Water.
Yeah,
Shape of Water. Okay.
That won an Oscar.
What? I did not.
What?
But yes, exactly. That's a movie that had so much critical acclaim, and you're watching it, and you're just like, man, the fuck is this? I want to...
But here's my thing. I want to go back to what you said about the script, where he came from a time where you had to write your own script, make up your own characters, that kind of thing like that. Is he just mad that people can just ride off the coattails of characters already made, stories that are already made?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, you need to make a movie about that, but I couldn't do that in my time. Like, you young kids are just...
I don't know if he would... I wouldn't...
ripping off stuff and calling it cinema.
Well, not necessarily. So, hold
cinema.
on. So, let me pull up the actual... Because
what he said.
He calls them theme parks. Which is...
What theme parks?
Marvel movies. Which I can kind of...
It's something that's very flashy, something that
bright
everyone
colors,
can
this
just
is
go
crazy,
in,
adrenaline.
have a good time.
Yeah. Which...
See, watch it with no audio?
I think it's like I think it's like he sees Marvel movies as a theme park. He sees his movies or movies of that caliber as a museum.
That's a really
analogy.
Yeah. We make movies about real world shit, but y'all are just a fucking comic book company making movies about stories.
Y'all are just passing time. We're the ones that are going to have the longevity.
You're just doing this for the money or whatever. But I don't know.
He says that interview to Empire magazine. He says that he's tried to see Marvel movies, but that's not cinema. And then he says, honestly, the closest I can think of them as well made as they are, with the actors doing the best they can under the circumstances, is theme parks. That's weird. That's kind of a weird thing. And then he says, it isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human being.
Isn't all of this just trying to hate it? You know what I mean?
You
ever play that game? Like, if I gave you God of War and you've never touched it before like you did, and you played it, you were like, I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to like it. You played like 5 minutes, like, I don't like this game. Mm-hmm. Like, you never tried. What does he mean by try? You didn't know how much you tried. How did you not like? Did you watch, Ant-Man instead of the Iron Man movies? Or did you watch...
real
which
talk.
one did you try?
Let's say you just start off and he's just like, I'm going to watch the Avengers movie. Yeah, let me just start off not seeing any of them. Let me just start off with Age of Ultron.
Yeah, and then
I can pick this up.
I can see that, but is he just trying? In my opinion,
you think you can?
I'm splitting hairs, but yes, I think you can.
In my opinion, he's trying to hate it. Well, that's my opinion.
And then that
sounds like somebody who is just deliberately just like, he may like it in the back of his head, but he's put on such a facade that they're riding the coattails off of stuff they've already written and characters already had, that he's just like, I have to hate it. I'm going to show everybody I have to hate it.
The only reason I know, I feel like that's the case is because when he said the actors are, like, I think they do well with... Yeah, I'm like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Granted, this isn't like, a novel, but these are fucking nice stories.
These are guys that are like in crazy ass fucking outfits. Most of it's behind green screen. Can you stand there and talk to a fucking tennis ball on a stick and like convey all this emotion?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about more than that. Just like for the simple fact of like the movies within themselves. You have a character that goes through something. Well, for the most part, they go through something. They go through a struggle, a trial, a tribulation, and it's just like I'm not searching for who killed my brother, or I'm not trying to become like the king of New York, but I'm trying to be something. I may not try to be the best drug dealer, but I'm trying to be the best hero, Yeah.
But another thing is that, to me, like I said, it sounds like he's trying to hate it, and then the part where he's talking about under the, the actors doing the best they can under the circumstances that they're in. That's literally just trying to throw shots and make controversy towards Marvel and be like, whoa, what'd they put the actors under? He knows something we don't know. He's obviously talked to people. What circumstances?
Okay.
And on top of that,
you're really going in. I think that's really going into like some...
Am I though?
No. I think you're going into some conspiracy
the
theory.
Only person
am I? Because why would you say that unless you're trying to do it, or if there actually is something there? Why is that?
I think that's just him like
under the circumstances of they had to be in this movie.
Yeah.
I think then if it's him being an ass,
he's being snooty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then he's being snooty. He's trying to hate it. That's in my opinion.
Yeah. So,
if you would have just said it's not cinema, and left it alone and walked away, I would have been okay.
Well, I could work. But
now he's like under the circumstances. All right, now you're just being a dick.
So, with that being said, he doubles down. Doubles down.
This is him sober.
At the London Film Festival, he says, they ask him again, and he expands on it and says, the value of film that is like a theme park film, Marvel-type pictures, where theaters become amusement parks. That's a different experience, he says. It's not cinema, it's something else. We shouldn't be invaded by it. So that is a big issue, and we need the theater owners to step up to allow theaters to show films that they are narrative films.
We shouldn't be invaded by it? Who the fuck is on your team?
So there's two. That's two things that really like
jump out
at you. Is we're being invaded by it, and theaters should stand up and basically not let Marvel play.
No, that's not what he said. He said they should be narrative based. So what I hear like, little musicals like that. You can't do it. Like, spoof movies, comedy movies, you can't do those. Those aren't necessarily narrative based.
Greatest Showman, which was a phenomenal movie.
Very good point.
I don't know. It's like, I think things like this starts to show some people aren't willing to adapt to newer things.
You know what throws me off, and also this kind of goes in a little bit too deep, but he was talking about Marvel, but you both consider Marvel movies better than DC movies? Do you?
I'll plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth? Okay, because you plead the fifth, you're going to say DC.
I'm going to say they're more entertaining.
More entertaining. Okay, so with him saying that, it's not because he's liking the time. He's not trying to hate on comic book movies, but he's trying to hate on Marvel movies, not anything else.
No,
it is specifically Marvel movies.
I think like Leslie said, like it's
the topic.
Everything that he doesn't do, because I think he feels what he does. He does these immaculate, like he says, character-driven, narrative, psychological experiences that are come out in film.
So he's arrogant.
Things,
about it.
Yes, things
so
that anything besides that is beneath him.
Okay, I was thinking about it. And I happened to look up at the poster, and I was like, "Oh, we didn't talk about DC. So why is he just?" In my mind, I thought he was just targeting Marvel movies.
See, I don't know, because I guess with DC, for the simple fact that most of their movies was one director, like one person doing all of this, that kind of coincides with his ideology more, I would say.
I got you.
And I think that's why he's specifically condemning the Marvel movies.
Because it's the only thing that's consistent with those is that it's Marvel characters and it's Marvel doing it.
And
the
it's
director changes.
all Marvel
the
production.
director changes, but the only independent variable is Marvel.
Well, I think what we're not really paying attention to here is that what he also this stirred up a bunch of shit, but he was basically asked 2 questions by 2 different people. So one, they asked him about Marvel, and that was his response. That stirred up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's literally all you had to say.
And then someone again said, basically, expand on your Marvel comment.
Yeah, I got you.
He's not coming out and saying Marvel.
He just walked into a theater and be like, Marvel sucks, and he was actually asked about Marvel. Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't see
Right,
that
but
part.
okay, so that first one, the first comment, okay, yes, he has season titles on the
But
page,
his
whatever.
next
But
shit-
the second one is it makes you not like him.
Okay, no, not me.
Bro, no, yeah, I'm the same way.
I still love Scorsese.
He can have his own views, but he's a damn good director, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's so. Can you love his movies but not like him as a person?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Also, at the same time, I think that interview, trying to give him a little bit of credit, I think that interview was supposed to be about The Irishman. And so he could have just been perturbed that, why are you asking me about Marvel when it's my fucking movie?
He could have been annoyed, but then the second comment...
He
the
was
second
at,
comment
no, but he was at a film festival.
First comment
It was a Marvel Film Fest first, and then from what I was reading is that I think it said that he was waiting because his press was next.
Oh, okay.
So this couldn't even. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I don't think this was in a full on interview. I think that he was there
at a fest.
And someone asked him,
and it just happened to be caught.
But here's my reasoning. I can like his movies and not like him as a person.
Mm.
I can like you, and you as my friends, but we may not have the same views. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, and I don't give a fuck if you think God of War sucks or if House sucks. I don't care. I like it, but I still like hanging out with you. I still like the things you do. So
And
I
I
can
think
like his movies, but he can be opinionated for all I care.
But that's the biggest problem is I think he doesn't just want to be like he straight up said we need to make sure theaters don't play the movies that you like.
Trying that
And,
hard.
okay,
and,
but-
and when you put that in context of what was the last thing that went out, Joker is getting low ratings. I'm like, okay, so if you don't like Joker, but the viewer ratings are massively high, but you don't like it
They're
because
still at 94 right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't match like the critic ratings
Yeah.
and other things. I'm like, who are you to decide
what
people find
actually
entertaining? Like,
Yeah.
why take that away? from
People.
Have you seen TikTok?
Huh? TikTok,
Like
like
the
the app?
Exactly.
No.
Wait, you mean the app? Like, is
Yeah.
there like a okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Joker thing.
Like I was like, is there a
like-
movie called TikTok?
No, that's what I'm saying. No,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Jeez, that one.
But-
But everyone's like, I'm saying like he's like, who are you to determine who people think are, is entertainment? I'm like, yeah. Have you fucking seen TikTok the app?
Yeah. I
No,
can see that.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I was saying earlier. But like comics,
Entertainment's like love, baby.
it's-
It comes in
it's
all shapes and
changing.
sizes.
it's so much easier.
That's
than
like
it's
yeah,
used
that's,
to the
that's
old
like
way.
Yeah.
me liking a streamer, but because streamers and like YouTube thing have
He's
different
just-
personalities. I may like Tim the Tatman, but he may like somebody else.
He's just an old.
And we can't watch it,
He's
though.
just. It's getting to the point where he's the old man, and he's get off my.
All
porch.
these youngins
Yeah,
are-
back in my day, blah 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 blah.
Okay, I got a question. I don't necessarily think this is going to happen, but let's say he makes these comments. We watch The Irishman, and it's not necessarily as good
That's
as
what he.
as
Let's go on a limb and say it's bad.
Maybe he's trying to divert away from the
Well, no, I'm just
No.
saying, like, do we still, do we still have that faith in him? After this, because obviously it's
no,
like, you
no.
still living in the past.
Yeah, that thing,
No, because in my opinion, he hasn't made a bad movie in a while.
But that's the thing, though. That's exactly the point, though. Right?
Yeah, if he
It's
makes
like,
this and this is a bad movie,
if it's bad,
He's done.
yeah.
especially after all this
Yeah,
talking
because-
he's doing toward Marvel.
Because he's gonna, he's definitely gonna be what I just said. He's gonna be the old man that doesn't shut up, and we're all. He's gonna turn into like we're listening, but then if this sucks, then we're gonna be like, oh my god, just don't. He's gonna be the grandpa.
Who are
that's
you?
like,
Who are you to
don't
talk
listen
shit
to-
about other people's shit when your shit sucks?
He's like, don't
like-
listen to him. He's just a crazy old man. He's gonna be outside. He's gonna be outside the theater. Marvel was terrible. Just sorry about the old man. Just keep walking.
However, at the same time, I think we'll probably have a second controversy. If it is bad, it would be because of his comments, people not liking his comments, not because the movie
That's a
was bad.
very good point.
I think there's going to be a large backing of critics who would be like, people actually like the movie. They just don't like what he said. And I think that's what most headlines will be. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie.
Wasn't that
I'm
along
saying
the
that.
lines of what happened to Joker with the critic thing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean,
But
that-
then
that
again,
happens.
isn't that happening a lot lately where people are telling us, like,
That's
it's
why
bad, and
I
we're
don't-
just like, no,
I
that was
don't
kind
trust-
of pretty dope.
That's why I like Rotten Tomatoes, like certified fresh or whatever. I don't trust that
Mhm.
because like it's just critics. Like the people reviews is what I trust.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot
There's
of
more
people
that goes
like
into
that.
that. They're not verified people. They're just normal people going to watch the
You
movie.
told me not to get Days Gone because it had terrible reviews.
Okay, first of all, that's from Metacritic, and other PC gaming sites.
He's talking
that
about.
actually
We
do
are
it.
talking about.
We are talking about Rotten Tomatoes.
No, we're talking about critics.
No, we are. I specifically said certified fresh. Did I not?
He did.
I'm
I'll
just
talk about Rotten
saying. I'm
Tomatoes.
just saying. I don't think anybody should be subjected to.
I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, you like the game.
If you like something,
just
then
go
you
fucking
can
watch
like
it.
Like
And don't take our ability to watch what we like away. Like,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
don't
thing
be
too.
like
that's what
boycott
gets
Marvel
me
because
mad.
I hate it.
because if you would have said it about Joker, let's say, that's what really gets me frustrated. I'm like, we all loved Joker.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if him being a top director's like, theater, stop playing it or I won't let you play my movie.
No. But see, that's the thing. Joker. He. I feel like you could argue that is a narrative based story where it's like it's about a central character and.
Didn't he produce that movie, or something?
Yeah, he did. So I can
Oh.
see how. We
But
can,
my thing is that
Well, no, that goes to your point because like
yeah,
that is that is a Scorsese type movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Granted,
I don't know. I stand by my comment that he's just like a socialist.
He's becoming the old timer.
He's a top tier, and he's just like
he's becoming the old timer.
He stands up like this, and anything that doesn't match him or equal him, he looks down upon.
He's that arrogant, and people are like that, but that doesn't mean he makes bad movies, in my opinion.
And I still think this movie is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. But if I go watch it, and I'm somebody with the mindset of him being like, well, he's a fucking dickhead, but I'll watch this movie, and then you're like not paying attention and just you're trying to hate it like he's trying to hate on Marvel, then you're just the same kind of person. Mm-hmm. You're hating his movies for his fucking words.
And I think that's
his
probably going to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
There's
in the
going
world
to
we
be
live
bad
in today,
reviews
absolutely.
from people who are like, man, fuck him, he's out of... Regardless of how good or bad it is.
Or just trying to knock him down a peg because he talks shit about Marvel, and you're like, all right, well, I'll give him a bad review.
I mean, okay.
Without even watching the movie.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to have to see, just because it's like, there are a lot of factors, just because there are a lot of factors that this could be bad, this could be good, this could be whatever, so I just think we'll just have to wait and actually see what comes from this movie, so then we will know how we 100% feel about him.
So...
I really think we go more in depth on that.
Yeah, so
I think we hit every nail.
If you are an 8-year-old child, and
or my nephew,
and if
keep going, I'm not liking this
if you've logged on to Fortnite and you're not able to play it, sorry, man, it's over.
Fortnite's dead.
Fortnite's gone.
Oh my god.
Season 10 concluded. And it ended with this crazy... They do a live event at the end of every season. And we've had this orb rift thing in the middle. That thing finally exploded, and it sucked the Fortnite map, all the players, into a black hole. When you log into Fortnite, you just see a black hole. If you go on Twitter, Fortnite deleted all of their posts. They have no profile picture, no background picture, and all they have is a live stream that's coming up for the last 2.5 days of a black hole. And that's it. That's all you get. The Twitch channel's deleted.
No, the Twitch channel is deleted, but it only takes you to the same live stream. But their Twitch channel crashed because they had 2-point-something million people watching it. And
Twitch crashed.
Yeah, Twitch crashed because of that.
Yeah, not their Twitch channel.
No, what I'm saying is that they stopped their Twitch channel, and the topic Fortnite is still up, but anytime you click it...
It just goes to the link.
It just goes to the same link that sends you to Twitter, that sends you to that same live feed.
Yeah, so it's gone. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. I wanted to add the fact that there was so many people watching it that it crashed Twitch. that astounds me.
Thanks for clarifying.
You're welcome, bud.
Good lord. This guy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, listen. It's coming back. We have no idea when.
Hold on. Okay, I actually got a question before we get into this coming back.
Yep.
How did you feel when they first did this?
I had no doubt.
No, but I'm just saying, but like, okay, can you tell me, like, you didn't sweat a little bit because, like, realistically, a game developer who released a free game decides they don't want
to make it anymore?
Just deal with it anymore.
Not with the popularity they had.
I mean, no. I mean, I get it. It's not a good move.
But let's go with the hypothetical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, because to answer your question, no, I had zero amount of, like, oh my god, what if Fortnite really is gone? None of that. But hypothetically, let's say they make a statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Epic's like, we're serious, guys. Well, Fortnite's gone. That would be like, dude, that'd be like one of the most controversial things to like ever happen, ever.
Number one game.
But then you throw out all trust that you ever have with your fucking community. If you say, bro, we're done with the game or whatever, and you make an actual statement, people start believing it. 2 months later, you revamp it with season 11. Hey, bro, we're back. Your trust goes out the fucking window.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I don't even. No.
There's no kidding about that.
But what we're saying is like the hypothetical of
if they're really
done.
Okay.
Which, and why I think it would be so controversial is because like no game has ever done that.
Well, I mean,
there are games, there are fucking video games
Yeah.
that you can play on the PlayStation, like PlayStation 3 games that still have an online server.
But what would you do?
And
if
it's like
you were the
one guy's in
only-
charge of that for the last 15 years, keeping up the server. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is that Epic's not just a regular company. You're right. You would definitely be the first gaming company to ever do that. But they were also the first gaming company to ever put a battle pass in, to ever change the map every season, to ever make weekly updates on a free to play game, to make a game free to play that popular. They were the first to do a lot of things. And when they shut down their Twitter page, hey, maybe this is a good idea. Maybe if we make that statement or do whatever, and we actually take it down for a while and go back up to it, we'll be the first ones to ever do that too. Like somebody there has a fucking ego, and don't tell me that they're still.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. Like this, real talk. You gotta think new age shit. That right there would be the best marketing. Like, actually say we're going away, and then, oh my god, like okay, like, see, listen to what you say. You say you're going to get rid of the dedicated fans. Yeah, you're going to get rid of the dedicated fans, but it's like, what else are y'all going to go to? What would be the next game that you all would gravitate towards? You know, you're going to play them, and then it's like,
But here's my thing. What if you do
That's where all the memes are right now. There's
because it's a good game.
constant memes of people, thank God Fortnite's gone because people can play Minecraft.
When you do something like that, wouldn't it just be, it would make more sense for like a company like Epic stand-wise to just release like a tweet as a statement, say, okay, we're done, and then like an hour later, watch people freak out for like an hour. And they'd be like, because obviously they like doing that because of what they're doing now, watch people freak out for an hour, and they'd be like, psych, we're over with the early access. Now we're back with the regular game, full release, no early access. Here we are.
But they're not gonna.
The only reason they would do that is the only reason I could see them doing that is if they're like, okay, the early access is over, and now you can you're gonna have to like pay for the game.
No. It was still be free to play, but it won't be in early access anymore. That's my opinion.
But what would change?
Weekly updates, a lot of the updates,
But
less cheaters because it's not an open file game anymore. It's actually a closed game.
I mean, they can still do weekly updates.
You still do weekly updates, but I'm saying that may change because it's a steady game now, and they want to change it or whatever. But I'm saying that a lot of stuff changes. Glitches happen a little bit less because they'll be fixed, patched into the actual notes. The game files won't be so open to where people can be like, oh, bro, there's a fucking volcano under the water. Like, people have finding that shit. That's because the files are open. Because it's open access.
Well,
when you close all that, you have more options to be like, bro, we can surprise the shit out of you with this now.
I mean, I guess it could be that way, but I don't think it is. I don't know how this stuff works like truly behind the scenes, because all the 8-year-olds that are listening to this right now, if there are any out there, Fortnite is coming back.
Yeah.
There's already leaks. It's going to be called Fortnite Chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they should still do that? Like, I mean, I know it's hard to move away from like a popular brand, but if like since they're saying, hey, this is over with, do you think it would be better if they were to just start a whole new property, like maybe not Fortnite, but just like, you know, something else?
No, that'd be so. It's so different. Like it's.
Like, I mean,
are
not
you
necessarily
saying like in the vein of like it's the exact same game, but like it's costs?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's just like, you know, for the simple fact of, oh, we ended Fortnite instead of calling it like, you know, Fortnite 2.0, like, you know, just let's just call it a different game, and like,
well,
it's still like a spiritual sequel for Fortnite.
So here's something I don't think that you know. You know, Fortnite's an actual like game, right?
Like, what do you?
It's not just Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Fortnite is a video game like that
Mm-hmm.
you can buy and pay money, and it's got a disc and stick it in, and it's.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
It's a zombie game.
It's a zombie game.
It was a zombie game. 2015.
The battle royale. If I click the PlayStation right now, went on Fortnite, the battle royale mode is like a
Separate
mode.
You have creative.
It's got its own thing.
So they're kind of I won't say they're kind of stuck with it, but like they kind of are with.
Oh, bro, with that popularity, you're stuck with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it has technically has a base game.
But there's not a problem with being stuck with it for that being that popular and making that much money, because you put that much more money into making, I don't know, an MMORPG in that kind of style of game, which I would love. but you have like other things you can do with the money that Fortnite's making to make your other projects and never go fucking bankrupt with the money they make. But the money they give out is like chump change for fucking championships.
Damn.
What was it? It was like in the millions of dollars whenever roughly season 4, season 5, and it was making like
in April or something.
It was like April. It was like $8 million.
No, I think $14.2 million in 1 month.
In 1 month, just off people buying skins, not
Right,
subs
right,
to streamers
okay.
playing, but just skins.
But my thing is like, okay, so let's say they were to come out with this, and then it's like 2 months later. Like I can't think of another name, so let's just say they can't call it Day Night, whatever. Like they come out with like Day Night, and it's just like. You don't think that game could bring back the same commercial success that Fortnite
It's
does?
like taking a brand and changing the brand, revamping it, but it's still the old one. But everything we've learned from the past 10 seasons, we're making it better with a new name. It's still Fortnite. It may still be called Fortnite, but you can make it Fortnite and actually have like a subtitle under it.
But you would have to do that if it was a bad game. You would have to rebrand if it was a bad game.
Oh, that's a good point.
Fortnite is such a
popular
bad
brand,
game.
you can't rename it.
Think about exactly what you're saying. Think about Comcast
That's what I'm thinking.
went to Xfinity. Charter, Spectrum.
Rebranded because they were notorious for being bad. Fortnite is a totally different story because it is number one. It is.
I mean,
it's the
okay,
best thing to play for millions of people.
I know that, but
And-
what I'm saying is for the simple fact that you don't think that they could do that. I know they're not going to rebrand Fortnite because everyone knows that, but I'm just saying in the simple aspect of saying this is done, this is what we're doing. You don't think they could just move it over like?
No, if they rebranded it, they would lose millions of players. I
I
guarantee it.
don't think so.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I'm going
because-
back. Go ahead.
It's that popular.
Right, but if it's that
it
popular
wouldn't.
that-
But then why? But to the counter that, why would they need to?
Oh, they need to for the simple fact that hey, we say it's over. But then it's like it's not. It's 2.0. It's like I don't know. Like just
I think the whole I think getting down to the nitty gritty of what's going to happen after this is the map is gone. Fortnite has only ever had one map, opposed to other games like Apex Legends, PUBG, big battle royale games. They have been like, okay, here's a second map to play on. Fortnite has constantly changed one map. This map is gone. Everyth's gone. So now they're able to, you know what I'm saying? Now they can
start fresh.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like I guess.
I'm just saying that I think that's their direction they're going for. So there's no need to change the name or anything like that.
There's no need, but then again,
I think that's why
Fortnite's ego is so big that they've done all this first shit that revolutionized free-to-play games or whatever. They can if they fucking wanted to, and they would still have a following.
I think
you don't think that they could legit. I got the name of it. You don't think they could just switch it up and just like, hey guys, Fortnite's done, but here's Night for it. You don't think like the Fortnite collective could be like, oh, this is Night for it.
Even if they
Come on,
even if they call
so-
it Fortnite 2, like that's still like, why would you
It's
say
gonna be
Fortnite
called-
2?
they are. They're calling it Fortnite Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1
That's
is
just
what it is.
Yeah.
Came out like 3 hours ago.
Yep.
Here's the thing. They're
Breaking
probably going
news.
through...
Breaking news. Operation C.M.G. is bringing you breaking exclusive news.
Except they're going to see this after they already read it.
They are probably... okay. But they are probably going to rebrand as a company.
Mm-hmm.
Make internal changes because this all came out around other controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Along with...
Ooh.
If they're changing it over to a whole new... I think it is a map, judging by the pictures and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Their servers are going to have to be drastically changed. We're probably going to be down for about a month and a half, to be completely honest. And so it's really hard for a changeover that takes that long to have day one open, everyone come back. If they rebrand,
Mm-hmm.
Not only do you have to fight the people who, hey, it's a rebranding, because you'll have to fight with that and everything else. If there's another good game that comes out and grabs people's attention, or let's say they get back into Minecraft, they get back into another game that they played prior, and then it takes them more time to swap back into Fortnite, I don't think that you could be...
I think I know what you're about to say.
I don't think you could
There's no way you guys can be down for a month. Because
They think of everything so far ahead.
Exactly.
No
that company, like, from being one of the weebs that play it,
they said they had things, like the statement was made like 2 years ago, or last year, when like season 6 was here, that they had stuff planned for season 6 and the next upcoming events that was back in like season 4.
Yeah,
they think of shit so far ahead.
Like because think about it. If they really were going to be down for that long, and if this wasn't all planned, right? Mm-hmm. Which it is, because the leaked things that I've seen so far is that I've seen the mobile logo was leaked, which had Fortnite Chapter 2, and it had a glimpse of like what the new map kind of looks like. And then I also saw, I didn't click on it, but it was an article saying that the trailer was leaked for the next Battle Pass and everything.
Well, because like you guys probably don't know, but they send like a trailer out. Like whenever they do the new season, when you reload it up, the trailer happens at the beginning of the game before you load it. So for all you people who don't know, and if anybody in here didn't know, they do a trailer almost. Actually, I think it's every season, isn't it? And every like holiday event they do, there's like a trailer for it.
Yeah. So, and let's just say hypothetically that I have not seen the leaks. I would still think there's no way that they're down for more than a couple days.
Unless they plan.
Because if they were, I keep saying that without giving you a reason. If they were planning on being down for that long, and it was more than just like we're just trying to anticipate you for what's coming up next, and this is really like a legal type, not community, corporation split type thing, they would issue, like Epic would issue a formal statement like, listen everybody, we're gonna take things down. We know that it's gonna be this long, or we don't know it's gonna be this long. There'd be some kind of professional, like, there's no way that they're gonna delete everything.
So here's the thing: if it is a legal split, then they probably can't say anything,
and they're trying to hide it behind the same shit that they do all the time.
Well, then this is some real big fucking conspiracy shit going on.
Well, I'm not saying it's coming back. I just think that there's probably a couple of things going on, and this is probably the best time for them to merge.
You're definitely
from
not
one to the other.
100% like you. This, I mean, I could be completely wrong because they have not ever done this. They pushed back, so I was gone all of last week on the honeymoon. Mm-hmm. Originally, the season X was supposed to end, and season whatever the hell they're gonna call it,
chapter 2,
whatever, was supposed to start while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
But then they released a statement that said we had pushed it back a whole week.
Around the same time as the same thing you're thinking of.
Of that whole
controversy with Blizzard and all that.
Yeah, the Blizzard coming and everything. So it does kind of line up, but at the same time,
why push it back?
If it's not say what is today? Tuesday, Monday. If it's not up by, it went down on Sunday.
Was it yesterday?
Correct.
Sunday.
Yep, Sunday.
If it's not up
by the end of the week,
honest to God, by like tomorrow, then
there's a problem.
Either this conspiracy thing is a real thing, or we're gonna get like some kind of formal
statement.
But their first, and this is why I think it's coming back tomorrow, is because when they first started doing weekly updates, ever since the beginning of the game, it was always every Tuesday, and then like the last season or season before last, they changed it to Thursdays.
No, it was still Tuesdays, but if they ever pushed back an update,
it would be the Thursday.
It'd be a Thursday.
But
I know I'd be angry
in a while, though,
because they would be like, exactly, because when something new's coming up, they like this new gun is coming soon. I'm like, oh cool, I'm going to try it on Tuesday, and it's like, sorry, we pushed back the update. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Nah, I gotta be at work when this happens.
Yeah,
but. My thing is, what if they're waiting to Tuesday just to start that back over again and just have it on Tuesdays? Maybe just to go back with it. And that way they can have the... Because the update patch isn't here. You know.
No, I know that.
When you boot up the game, you can't update it. It just literally takes you to the game. There's no update patch yet.
No.
The patch comes tomorrow or whenever they bring it back up. That's when the new patch comes.
All right.
And there
have
are
to bring it
Easter
back-
eggs
bringing it
too.
back to
in
two.
the black hole.
Oh,
Apparently,
yeah.
there are Easter eggs.
We played.
We
it.
know it's coming back.
Mm.
We don't know
Yeah.
why it's down and everything else.
Yeah, well,
And-
there's been if you're one of the people I think last time I talked about like 74,000 people watching the live stream of just a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
There has been like numbers appearing like in the black, and there's all kinds of speculation about that. And they also have a mini game there too.
Yeah.
If
On the
you're
loading
on
screen.
if you're on the game and you go up down left right circle X or whatever the
Up,
Xbox-
down, left, right, B, A, start.
Well, I mean, same for Xbox people. That would be what.
Are you
That'd
guys
be like-
talking
It
about
would be
the
circle X,
whole-
Konami code.
Yeah,
If
start.
you put in the Konami code on the black hole
Then
screen,
Then it
you
brings
get
up,
like a Galaga mini.
yeah, you get like a Galaga game.
It's where your little slice of pizza and these dirt burgers are falling
Yeah.
from like the game, and you have to shoot them down, and the big one shows up. It just goes over and
That's
over and over again.
beautiful.
It's the
Warms my
old
heart.
school
Yeah.
Konami code, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Okay, so I got a question.
Yeah.
How long are you, how long are you willing to wait for it to come back?
As long as they want, I like the game.
That's
Because
okay.
because I'm
so
with you,
I-
it's not gonna be
no. But I have two answers though, right? I agree with your answer,
Yeah.
right? But if they said, "All right, for real, we're for real, we're not having this game up," and then in 2 months they say, "Hey, we're back, seek surprise," I'd be like, "Fuck you."
I wouldn't know
I wouldn't
because
download that
it
game.
takes all of the Fortnite revolutionized all this shit away, and you stop it for 2 months. You bring back people who actually want to play the game, and then you're still making enough money off of it as it still being the game that it's supposed to be. It's no longer server crashing because too many people are trying to get into the game. There's no it's not so many people playing that game. You also get the people who want to play that game instead of people who are just doing it because they want to get views on Twitch.
Okay, but at that point, they may risk cutting into like their dividends, cutting
Oh,
into their actual
absolutely.
fan base. So
Absolutely.
like you said, he's like a hardcore die hard fan.
Yeah.
Of, like,
Whereas
Fortnite.
I just love the game for what it is.
And it's like, so if they do that, you're just saying like, it's
I
alright.
trust them, is basically what I'm saying.
But-
you want to be down for 2 months, there's obviously a reason you want to do it. I've loved everything you've done so far. Do it. That's one thing that I can't stress enough. I don't like putting, like, in my head, don't be like, well, I wish the next God of War game would come out already. Like, they've got sequels plans. Why is it not here? Why haven't we got anything? Because I trust them. They've done really good on the first one. They've done good for everything
So
they do.
you think it'll be
I do
worth
not
the
put a
wait?
timestamp on a good game.
You think it'll be worth the wait?
Absolutely.
But
I'm not
Fortnite
rushing
is
anybody
well,
to do
a
anything.
yes.
playing game. I think so many players of Fortnite are the kind of people that don't just, play this game for a few minutes, jump over to another one. They get engulfed in whatever they're doing. If they're down for a long time, a lot of people are going to start going back to Minecraft. A lot of these games that you can play on for hours and hours.
Yeah.
They don't need a story. They don't need anything. They just want to
Exactly.
get in and get submerged into the game.
Exactly.
If they're down for a long time, I really think their return player base is going to be so much lower until eventually they start wrapping up, getting bored of whatever they're doing, and then get back into it.
My last thought before we go into wrapping that topic up, what if above anybody all the controversy that went over the mechs, people quitting the game through season 9 and season 10, like Tim the Tatman and Ninja, they go off to play Uno, they go off to play Monopoly, they go off to do this because they hated the changes. Maybe they don't want to be in that spotlight way too much now. Maybe they want to back off and be able to play the game how they want to put it in there
No,
instead of all the
That's
controversy that goes around.
crazy talk.
How though?
Because any type of publicity,
Yeah.
don't correct me,
Okay.
is
Is
is good publicity.
I get that. I do. But
They don't care about that.
you're for 2 years straight, you're in target fire of you're the reason because you added a mech in there or you took out health on kill. You are the reason that Uno in one singular fucking night went to the top of the fucking leaderboards on Twitch. And you're the reason for that when you fell at a 17th. First time you've been less than 5 in a year.
You are crazy if you think that they fucking care about that.
I think they do, or they wouldn't revert patches.
Fucking.
Then they would not revert
crazy.
patches. They took out the mechs.
They
They
did.
took out the planes.
They took out the planes, but
The mechs started blowing up randomly around the thing without anybody getting them. They started slowly taking them out. But
No, I mean,
they took the planes out.
They
took,
because they listen to the community, but at the same time, like,
then why is that different than publicity from the community telling them they want it reverted? They don't want
do
to.
you think they care? That's what I'm telling you. You think they care that much that they're gonna stop their game for 2 months to do what?
You make one viewer on here tell you they don't like one thing about this show. They don't like that poster behind there. You gonna take it down?
No.
So then why would they care enough to revert patches? Why would they care enough to make sure that they're in the top spot?
They actually do care about their fan base's opinion.
This is also a room in my house.
Okay. Fortnite is Epic's house. They run that bitch how they're supposed to want to. They want to run it that way, they can. But they listen to top streamers who go off and play Uno one night because they're mad that it took health on kill off.
I don't think they.
I'm just saying.
It
could be a theory that they don't want to be in the top spotlight
anymore. It would
anymore.
be one influencer or one streamer to do that. However, if there was enough
community backlash,
then I believe they would revert it.
But for a company who was built off of literally one or two streamers making that game so popular,
to take to take everything away.
They're doing it epic
if the
games
community
fashion.
doesn't
I'm doing
like
it big,
it,
I'm
then-
going home.
Nah.
That's all I'm saying. You can call me wrong if you want to, and I may be wrong. I very well may be wrong. This is just a 5% chance of maybe something that's happening.
I think
maybe they're getting that publicity where they're like, all right, we need to chill out.
Already today. I think if it was that, it would have been up today.
I think they're just waiting to reset where they can do Tuesdays as their everyday again. That's the reason why I'm waiting. I'm saying they're waiting until tomorrow to come up with it.
We'll find out tomorrow, though.
Well, I think we
tomorrow.
shall just wait and see what happens.
Yep.
No land of Fortnite. I don't know if they actually have a name for
What
the land
land?
of Fortnite, but
What land?
well, the space of Fortnite.
Man,
The black hole that is Fortnite.
The black holes in every child's
TV right now. They're just waiting for stuff to
in
happen.
their heart. Speaking of your hearts, big topic for today. Favorite video game. Posing 2 questions. Of all time, and currently in your possession.
You want to do possession first?
Whatever you would like to tell me.
I think we should do in our possession first.
Don't raise your hands at once.
Okay, well, I guess
I'm trying to think.
Alright, I
Don't know what's in your PlayStation right now.
Mine are all digital. I can go to my library and just and throw them out there. I have them in my collection.
Okay, so since you
what do I have it downloaded?
Since you're digital, let's say
what's
What's
downloaded, actually
downloaded
downloaded.
or you have on disc.
3 terabyte PlayStation. It can be a lot, but okay. Favorite one in our collection that we would just love to play over and over and over again, like that kind of thing.
I mean, it's however you want
It's
to
a pretty easy question. What's your favorite game in your
not
possession
though
right now?
because okay, favorite game in my possession right now that I love playing. Probably Breakpoint. Right now,
Saying that because it's new.
new. I have to go Wildlands to say it in my collection.
Well, they're both in your collection, so which one is
They're
it?
both in my collection, so I would have to say
Okay,
of
like-
all time in my collection, Wildlands.
No. There's of all time
Yeah.
in your collection, which
Okay,
also means in
yeah.
your possession right now.
Okay. So Breakpoint
it's
because it's new and I love playing it.
Okay.
Okay.
But are you only? I think he's saying, are you only saying that because it's a new game?
this is literally brand new.
Yes and no. Yes, it's brand new. Like every gamer out there like playing brand new games that I'm looking forward to. Second, the second part of this is that Wildlands is literally in the top 5 of my favorite games of all time, and this is the sequel to that.
But
That's why I love it.
But
Playing
it's
so much.
number 1 in your collection.
Wildlands in my collection? Yes, in my collection.
Okay. Got his answer.
That took some digging, folks.
Let's see, but I would honestly say the favorite game in my collection is actually BioShock 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just because,
I've never played a BioShock game. There's 3, correct?
yes. And coming soon with the fourth one, hopefully.
Hopefully, man.
It's speculated, but there's talks of.
Hey, man, God of War speculated for a year, and they finally released that bitch. So that's all I got to say.
But it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just it's home. It's easy. I like all the not Borderlands. I like all the BioShocks.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the first one. Like the first one has the best story.
Okay.
But the second one adds a mechanic where it's like in the first one you can have a gun, you can have a plasmid, like like a special power, like fire, shock, whatever. Yep.
So it's like an R2 L2 type thing.
Mm-hmm. But you can only in the first one you can only have one up at a time. BioShock 2, like again, the first one has a better story, but for the simple fact that I can have like both hands up at the same time, yeah, like that. That
so almost mechanic, like that Skyrim thing where like it's like when you dual wield, so you have like a swing left and right at the same time. Oh yeah, I love games that do that.
And it's
what's Skyrim?
Did you say what's Skyrim? But
instantly triggered crazy amount of confusion.
Just like, what do you mean? You know what Skyrim is. But yeah, it's I really do hate to say this is like my favorite game in my collection just because it's like it's a game that I 100% had on the PS3.
Ooh, I came up with a third question, but go ahead.
It's a game I had on the PS3, but it's just like they came out with the BioShock collection and it had all of them, and it was just like, this game is home. But hell, BioShock originally was the first game I owned for my PS3, so it's like,
really,
yeah.
Wow. What genre would you classify those games under?
That's shooter.
Sci-fi shooter. It was like a steampunk shooter.
Sci-fi shooter, I would say.
Because I've never.
It always gave me that steampunk vibe, but it's not steampunk. You know
what I mean? I know what you mean because it's not. It's kind of geary, kind of.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of horror games at first.
BioShock?
I've never played them.
I mean, I haven't either.
So,
working at GameStop, I had people who came in every day and was like, "Oh, BioShock," and I was like,
I could see how some people could view it as a horror game
based on the trailers. That's how they.
But
they do portray it as like almost like a scary game. They don't portray it as that, but they don't not portray it as a scary movie. It's like the look of the game is
especially
what gives off that.
Like with the little sisters, and it's like you're harvesting the atom out of them. It's just like I can see how it gives that vibe, but once you're playing it, it's just like whatever.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Little Sisters are the name of the mechs that you get in, right?
No, Little Sisters are the actual Little Sisters. Now the thing that you get in, you're probably thinking of like the Big Daddies.
Big Daddies, that's what it is. Thank you. Okay.
Question. Technically, my all-time favorite game and my favorite game in my collection, I guess, would be the same thing because my all-time favorite game is in my collection. So should I exclude that one?
I excluded that one. I just want to let you know.
Okay.
Because my favorite game of all time is in my collection, but I excluded it just to give two answers, so it's not the same.
Okay, so
well,
I mean, however you want to view it.
Well, no. My favorite game of all time actually isn't in my collection.
Okay,
that's sad.
I mean, it's just how it goes.
Get back to that in a minute.
I really want to know that.
Your collection.
I
excluded my favorite game of all time because it is in my collection, but it's a different subject.
Collection. It's got to be.
Can't say Fortnite.
It wouldn't be.
That was petty.
That game gets me so triggered.
Oh, just your triggers you play with me.
I'm trying to also fight the breakpoint thing just because, like,
it's new.
It's literally brand new. We just started playing it on Sunday.
We played it yesterday for 6 hours straight.
So it's
your favorite game is The Witcher 3.
God damn it! I picked it, but I didn't want to say it.
How did I not know that? How did I?
Yeah, how do you not know that?
No, I was.
When I asked you, should I play it? You go, if you don't play that, I'm pretty sure this came out of your mouth. This was about 2 years ago. If you don't buy that game and play it, Jacob, I don't think we can be friends. I'm pretty sure that came out of your mouth.
I'm so confused because like I'm trying to look into my video game drawer, but it's closed, and I'm just like I'm like, what the fuck is in that drawer? Oh my god! And I was like, Madden? No, no. Yeah, The Witcher 3, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Jesus Christ, do I love that game, that franchise, that world, Geralt, that white hair, that silver sword, that
You wanted to play a
horse.
tabletop RPG.
Oh my god! If I could be, I can't wait for that Netflix series.
It's gonna be great.
Yes, that's my favorite game in my collection. That is, it's number 2 in my all time. Like it's
Really?
dude, I've played that game like 3 times, straight through, with both DLC.
Couldn't do it.
That is a, oh boy.
I'm still not done. I had all these new games. I need to go back and start playing it again.
So if that's number 2, then
So let's start off this all time. Would it surprise you if anybody told you it's
Batman
it's a
Arkham
Batman?
Asylum.
It's a Batman game.
I'm taking my pick. I'm taking my pick.
Just-
Arkham Asylum. That's my pick.
Okay, it's an Arkham game.
Is that the second one?
There's 4. There's 4. There's
I think
4.
City is too.
Arkham City is the second one.
There's 4. So we have
We don't count
Asylum. There you go. Asylum, City, Origins, Night. Which one do you think is my favorite?
Origin.
Asylum. You said
Origins?
Origins?
Mhm.
Asylum.
Origins.
Asylum.
God damn it!
My favorite video game of all time is Batman Arkham Asylum. I have played that game so many times I can't even tell you. Like it's not even funny how many times I've played it. I have the complete HD remastered whatever edition in there. I think I bought and sold that game. Traded into GameStop. With I had a PS3, I think like 5 or 6 times.
Just because you sell it, you get that itch. You're like, oh man.
I 100% completed it on the hardest difficulty on a PS3 and a PS4. And that's finding every single Riddler trophy, doing all the challenge. Yeah. And I love the whole series, but I think I don't know. Asylum is like the best.
You don't have to. It's your
Is
favorite
it-
game.
yeah,
You're
like,
not defending it. It's a great ass game.
It's
You don't
just
have to
you.
defend it.
Especially because it's a good game.
Yeah,
you don't
have
gotta
to
defend
defend
it.
It's just
You're good.
dude. It's just here, like, oh
You're
god,
good.
it's so like I want to play it now. Like, ugh. Oh, I'm gonna cry. All right, go ahead.
Oh, me or you?
No, I'll go.
Wait. The suspense on that. You want to rock paper scissors it?
What?
Who goes first?
Rock paper scissors.
I don't care.
Let's go. Let's see it. Best 2 out of 3. Scissors. Paper beats rock.
Oh, we do best of 3.
That's
That's 2-2.
So-
So last one wins.
Hey, Leslie is your winner. All right.
All right, so
I wanted to go last anyway.
I'm so excited.
my favorite. I mean, you already know it.
Don't let me down.
My favorite game
Oh,
of
damn, I do
all
know it.
time.
Wait.
Are you gonna make a guess?
What do you think it is?
Okay. First thought. Borderlands In and Out. No, that wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was wrong.
Okay.
In one ear out of the other.
It's a Pokemon game.
I'm not going to lie. When I first started this, I was going to say Pokemon Blue. Only because I was going to say Blue because it's like that game taught me how to read. I learned how to read for this game.
Holy shit. No. It's so much better. He didn't, folks. He didn't just say he learned how to read
By playing.
by playing it. He said he learned to read to play it.
Like no,
My man
okay,
said,
Okay,
start
no.
the game up.
Do you
Hold
okay?
up.
No,
Give me a book.
that old game. Do you know it said? Do you want to abandon this move? I don't know what the fuck abandon means. I'm 6. Oh shit! Does that say Oh my god! I can save the game. Like
I could just see little you running around, dude, with like Game Boy in hand, dictionary. Just constantly like this having the time of your life. No, I don't want to do that.
It got
No,
to
I
the
don't.
point
No, I know.
to where my mom knew how to do everything like she knew everything up until the 3rd gen.
Damn.
Just because it's like, Mom, I'm stuck. Like, again, I didn't know how to save. I didn't know what I was doing. It was my very first video game, like, that was mine. The only thing we had was a Nintendo that we, like, actually played right here. Like, I had a Game Boy so that I could play just
Everywhere?
wherever. I had to, like...
In your bed?
You feel like laying down?
Just whatever.
Like, yeah, I was like, oh no, and I was getting my ass kicked because I didn't know what I was doing. So yes, I had to learn how to read.
I feel so
I feel
so sorry for all those virtual Pokemon that you...
Oh yeah, they lost in the ether.
Please no.
You know how many? Okay, so it's like
how many ratters you
Squirtles
threw
I
out?
had named A.
It's maxed out because you don't know.
Jesus Christ.
What was your
But
character?
okay.
What was your character's name?
What was the character? I don't know.
He couldn't read. He couldn't spell.
Probably.
How'd you know type his name?
A.
I was gonna type his name. You don't know how to read or spell.
Oh my God, you Squirtles! Please, Dad, don't hit him battle again.
But okay.
I'm too weak. Squirtle uses tail.
Get in there, Kakarot!
Okay. Okay, that would have been my favorite video game of all time.
If you
But-
didn't have to read too much.
But actually, the one that actually I hold dearest to me is actually Kingdom Hearts.
Good pick.
Wow.
Good pick. One?
The first one.
Good
That
pick.
was the first game that I bought with my own money. It was a game that it was like, this is back in the time of renting. It's like, we rented that game for like a month and a half. Every week, went up to Hollywood Video. All right, there it is. What game you want? We want that one. We just turned back in. Okay. It just got to the point where we had to. I just bought it. It was me, my brother, sister. It was one of them where we would all sit down. All right, you try it. All right, you died. All right, now you play. You know, just sit. It's one where it's like, you know,
That hits home, dude. That hits like.
it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because, you know, it's just, we don't do that no more. Like, you know, that was one where it's like, no matter what, throughout the ages, we could always be like, you know, remember Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. Remember how Christian used to be afraid of that? The little Heartless? Shut up! Yeah, I remember that. It's just, it's a nice thing. I guess it's, well, one, I like the story of Kingdom Hearts and everything in general, but other than the actual game, it's sentimental for me.
I'm gonna write down that third question because I forgot it and then I remembered it. Go ahead, what's yours?
You go ahead and make a guess, because I know you probably already know this. Favorite game of all time?
I think that it is. Zelda game. And it specifically is.
Funny enough. No.
Um,
But which one were you going for, though?
Mask of Majora.
Ooh. Close.
I hear that's like a good.
But it's not a Zelda game, but that would have been a very close pick.
Oof.
God of War. Specifically,
Here we
God
go.
of War 2.
The PSP version.
No, the PS2 version. Because first of all, we did not know. Me and my cousin picked it up. We did not know what the fuck this game was about.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't pick it up. We bought it. Took it to the counter at Walmart. Sitting there. We go to get our cash out. And it was one of them days where, like, you're sitting there grocery shopping. Your mom's like, hey, go pick out something. You know, you got allowance. Go do it. Got up to the counter. We go to buy it. Yeah, we're going to need your parents to... We need somebody here with an ID. And we're like, it's a video game.
Oh, we're getting this game.
We're getting this game. So we go get my mom. She comes up. She goes, why do they need my ID? She's a game. She's like, oh, this has nudity in it. And my mom's like, no. So we sat there for, I'm not shitting you, 45 minutes in the middle of Walmart begging her to get us this game. We're like, you can skip all the nudity parts. We just want to play the game. But first of all, we still have no idea what the fucking game's about. We just want to play this fucking game. We get it. We bring it home.
Why are you so adamant on a game that you've...
Because
Dude,
at
hey.
that point they told me I can't play this, but
And
it's
now
like,
I want
to play it now.
to. The main reason why is from
I feel
after
that.
playing the second
Forbidden
game.
fruit type thing.
This The second game is where
Don't even lie, it's because of the titties. You want to see the
it
titties.
sparked my interest to actually play the other ones
Mm-hmm.
and play that whole thing. That's where like that became my favorite trilogy, my favorite game series of all time, and the most anticipated, like the new God of War. Why I love that so much and all that too. The second one kicked it off for me, but you were very close because I thought about picking Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I thought about picking it just for the nostalgia factor. It was like I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
I played it last night, so like it's the game I played more than any game in my arsenal.
All right. So, what is your guilty pleasure game?
What?
A game that like either you're embarrassed to tell people that you like playing because you know people are gonna give you shit for it, or a game that you just know is trash but you just love it.
Oh, Fortnite. No.
I was about to be like, what? You're
Flips table.
a closet Fortnite player?
Nah.
Secretly Ninja number 2.
He's just out here with no face cam on Twitch.
I remember all the times I had these conversations with you, like telling you all about like what's going on in Fortnite, and I imagine you secretly like, oh, that's interesting. Wow, I just in like
He's just secretly like, I fucking know, dumbass, dipshit.
Let's see. My guilty play. It's weird because I don't play this, but I've actually found myself like looking at other people play it. And I really do hate
That's not the worst feeling because you feel like you're lying to yourself.
It's
like,
the-
I can't go buy the game.
I hate this. It's The Sims. My girl plays it. I hate the fact that this is all you play. Like,
this is all you do.
She started to diversify, but I'm like, how could you just do this? But I swear, I will find some people where it's just like, They there's some sim videos and it's just like, oh yeah, it's funny. It's just like, I don't know why, but I will.
It is the only game that plays itself. Back on the PS2, we had, I think it was The Sims 2. You could literally, I did it at times. Took a rubber band to get past a level. Went to school, tied it up with a fast forward ×2, and just put it on free play. And my character kept himself alive better than I ever could.
That's next level shit right there.
That's some dedication that for Sims.
I don't think I have for Sims, to be honest.
Jesus.
But
this was back in PlayStation 2. This was.
I can see that.
I don't know, man.
Bro, that's like in God of War 2 in mine for PS2. I couldn't push the fucking circle button fast enough. I had to go get my dad to come in there and push the button.
I know
and he comes in, he's like,
Tarzan.
there. And the fucking door just lifts right up. And I was like, that was the first time I ever threw a controller. And I got my ass beat. When he did it the first try, brung the fucking, I was like, slung it and got my ass beat.
That's like, if you're a nerdy kid and you're a gamer kid, that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't like sports. The games is your thing. You know that's my passion. And like being a kid and like if you couldn't do anything, and I asked like your older brother or your dad or your cousin or
don't even know
Who
what
has
the
no
fuck they're
idea
doing.
why you're opening this door, but he's gonna do
What's
it for you.
going on?
Oh, I gotta press circle a lot. There you go, sport.
There you go. And if I'd have waited 5 more seconds for him to walk out,
why am I not good enough?
Probably would have got my ass beat for throwing the controller. But like I'm sitting there. I'm 2 hours. I'm trying to get this door open. Just shit's not working. He comes in first try. I swear to God, I was going way slower than I was clicking it though.
But
opens it. And I'm like,
I tell you what though.
I don't even remember why I'm trying to get in this door.
They love that shit.
Who?
Anyone that gets asked to.
Oh, absolutely.
'Cause,
wow.
like,
Hey, can you beat the water temple for me?
When my little brother and sisters are playing a video game and they're just like, hey, I can't do this. Can you please help me? I'm like, come on. And then, yes, I sit down there for 3 hours and just play the whole entire game for them. And they sit there and watch me happily.
That's how I was. I was one of those kids that, like, we always told Cameron, one of my cousins, it was me, Cameron, and Corey who grew up playing Ocarina of Time together, swapping off turns. Mm-hmm. We would always, every fucking time we played that game over, the water temple, Cameron would do. Fuck that. Fuck finding Shadow Link. I ain't trying to put, cry into this fucking game because I'm so mad that I can't do it. Mm-hmm. Cameron would do it, and Corey would play the most, and I would sit back on my beanbag chair and fucking watch and be like,
I know my place.
But I can tell you everything you need to do, but I ain't doing it. When it comes to the water temple, I'm playing the moment I enter that bitch. Here, Cameron. Your turn's not over yet. I don't give a fuck. You can have the rest of my turn if you beat this shit.
Jesus.
Like, I did not do that shit.
So what? Do you have a guilty pleasure game?
Once I said this, you're gonna get it. Neverwinter.
Oh.
It's not that it's like a trash ass game. It's just it's an MMORPG. I secretly love MMORPGs. I like the grinding process.
But it's a trash MMORPG.
But it is a trash MMORPG. And I will say, once they did the whole resetting things, where everything's not so complicated, it's from Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it based off of one of their older editions that sucked. And now they made it like 5e, what you play now with me. They made it off of that now. So it's way easier to customize your character. It's way more gear, better leveling system. 90% of the missions that you do in leveling system are gone. There's a whole new way of leveling now. It's like a whole new game. I like playing it.
Now, why is it a guilty pleasure? Just because it's
Because it's a trash ass game.
It is.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst I've ever played.
Dude.
The graphics is what throws you away.
It's
The
not
way
even
it
just.
runs-
It's not even.
The way
just
it runs, it's just, I wish it was better. If it was better, I'd probably play it every fucking day and announce that I would play it. But
It's really poorly made.
it's really poorly made. It is. That's why it's my guilty pleasure. It's really poorly made.
That is a game on a budget, dog.
I have put, because it's free. Because it's free.
Yeah, but like that game is.
I have tried to get him. I've tried to get 1, 2, 3, 4 other friends to try playing it. Played it with all of them together. Every one of them left me while playing it because they were like, nah, it's not a fun game or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. This motherfucker's just like, fuck this game. Left me and I'm just sitting there playing it by myself and I'm like, I like this game. I think it's alright. I think if you stop being so fucking objective and just play the fucking game, I think it's fine. Now that it's got fucking cutscenes and shit like that, and then I'm like, I think this game's fucking good. But secretly, I know it's trash. I fucking love it, but I hate it. I hate announcing that I love it. I think that's a good way to put it. Neverwinter is my guilty pleasure game. Continue.
Guilty pleasure. I don't.
So
I don't know if I really have one because like I feel
you have to have one. This was your question.
This is a question I thought to ask you guys. I don't know what you want from me.
I mean, but you can't have a question
Well,
without having
okay.
an answer for
Well,
yourself.
can I finish talking, please? I was gonna say that all of mine that I want to say are things that are like in the hip now. Like I feel like I should be ashamed to like go to GameStop and like I was like one of the first people to get put Let's Go Pikachu. But that's so popular because like Pokemon Go and like when I was in high school I still have an original Pokemon Yellow and an original Game Boy in my closet. An original like the big ass square. It's,
like the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color.
It's
but the
khaki
Game Boy.
colored everything.
Khaki
like
colored
an
everything.
original Game Boy. And like I took that thing to high school and would play it. Like in class about everything.
Yeah, okay, see, then your level of shame is vastly different. Because, like, I was playing emulators at that point. Like, I was just
True.
playing off my phone.
True. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'd want to like. That's what I'd go to. I think that's what I want to say if I had one. But I don't think it like classifies as one because it's like it's so like.
So it's basically not that. It's not that you don't have a guilty pleasure. It's just that you're not ashamed of the games you play.
Ooh.
Good point.
Ooh, I have one.
Okay.
It's a mobile game. Dragon Ball Legends.
That you're ashamed to play?
Why is that a guilty pleasure?
Because you give me so much shit about playing that game.
No, because all I hear when we're sitting there like playing a video game, like we're sitting there playing a game in the middle of a party, this man sounds like he's got his phone right up to his mic and goes to click the button. It's like Dragon Ball Legends, and it's like yelling at you, and you're like, holy shit! That's the only reason I give you shit. I tried it. I didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of mobile games, so I kind of just fell off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But he plays all the time, and he's
I
like,
love that game, dude. It's like it's a fighting game, and it's like you collect different different versions of Dragon Ball characters. So you got like a regular Goku, or Goku when he fought Frieza, or Goku when he was Super Saiyan when he fought Frieza, or Super
Okay,
Saiyan 3
okay,
Goku.
can I just stop you right there? That is every Dragon Ball Z game. And
No.
for the most part, every Dragon Ball, you're collecting different versions of the same people.
Dude, I'm talking about there's probably
Dokkan Battle?
there's probably 60.
like you're collecting. Ooh, you got a Goku. Ooh, you got Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
yeah.
Bro, I pulled that game right now. And I swear to God, there's like 50 versions of Goku.
I know, but
There
that's what
are,
I'm
but-
saying. That's
But
most
that's what he's saying.
most Dragon Ball Z games, especially the mobile ones, are like that. They're like collecting different cards or
characters
different
probably.
figures of them, but it's all essentially like that.
Maybe this is why it says guilty pleasures, because we just ragged on them fucking hard for liking it.
So I'm gonna rag on him even more just on this one little game. He loves playing the game, but he doesn't love learning how to play the game.
Oh,
He
so
got
I mean, he sucks.
Shit. He got me into it.
Oh my
and I was
God.
like, fuck all these combos. He's like, how the fuck are you doing that?
Bullshit. No, because this motherfucker decides, oh, okay, I like it, and you can battle people. Like, you can literally, like,
Bro,
fight
he
each other.
whooped my ass.
I was whooping his ass, okay? Then he decides to be extra and go on YouTube and look up, like,
Smart man.
like
Hold on,
how to do combos and stuff.
Hey man, he was
Hold on.
doing research.
I
But that,
played, like,
how is he
one
being
day.
extra? He's using
Hold
the
on.
tools.
At his
Because it's a
disposal.
fucking mobile game, okay?
Hold on,
Chill out.
He's already on the mobile, ain't he? Gotta
Dustin,
pull
I
up
had
YouTube.
played like one game, got my ass kicked, went home, was like, fuck it. Watched like 10 seconds of one video, I was like, wait a second.
That's a combo.
And then after that, I just sat there and got better at it. And then it was like a couple weeks later, we played again, and it was totally different.
He's like the first time we played Mortal Kombat 11 when you finally learn how to do the get over here thing and like beat my ass with it. Instead of just pulling me in and throwing me, you would pull me in and slice my fucking with the sword.
Oh, yeah.
He would use that shit all the fucking time. I fucking hated
I'm
it.
really good at like,
Fighting
like
games.
Mortal Kombat and Injustice, stuff like that.
Okay, but you say you're real good. Do you like spam the same move?
No. He actually does
I'm one of
learn
those-
combos.
I'm one of those, like,
I spam.
I'll get you in a corner
You know-
and I'll combo you for the entire match. And I can take like
I
90% of your health bar.
I have to vouch for that.
I can't.
I
See,
gotta
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna lie. That's one of the
I-
things
I
I do not
button
like
mash.
about like Mortal Kombat.
I button mash so much.
And
I can play.
When I'm
I can
kid-
do
when
Dragon Ball Z.
Bro,
I can do Street Fighter, but that shit.
I've
no.
only beat him in Injustice 2 one time, and that screenshot is still sitting on my fucking PlayStation. I screenshotted that shit just to be proud of that. And you know how I did it? There's a move for Flash, which is square, X, square. And when he does that, he hits you real fast, and then the punches catch up to you.
And
so
then
he
packs
just
up a
walks
little
back, and you're just And I got up to him, he would throw a batarang or something at me, and I'd duck down, stand back up, do it again. And I would do it. He was so pissed off, but I beat him one time out of Mortal Kombat 11, out of Injustice 2. As much as we played this game, beat him one time. And I hold on to that, like...
I think you definitely beat me a couple more times.
I think
Not when I was playing Scorpion.
Mortal Kombat 11, I beat you. Injustice 2, I only beat you once.
Oh, that's correct.
I only beat you once.
Especially if I'm Batman. There you have no chance.
God,
There's
but
no
I'm
chance.
fucking Flash. How am I
He got
fucking losing?
so he got Mortal Kombat and started playing it with our friend Mario.
Mhm.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? I play some Mortal Kombat, right? And they're kicking my ass. I'm like, man, fuck. I'm like in my head,
Bro.
like my ego's going crazy. And I'm like, I know I'm good at these fucking games. What is going on?
First match, he leaves. The King of the Hill match. Leaves. Mario stomps him into the dirt. He leaves. And I'm like, Mario's dying laughing. He's like, bro, oh my god, Dustin, why are you leaving? You won't get that ass kicked. I said, you better stop talking shit. Like, he about to come back with a fucking vengeance because he's going to learn some shit. And he's going to come back and listen here, you the one talking shit. And I'm going to watch that shit. Because he is going to learn. He's not getting mad. He's going to learn.
Mario
and when he
has-
comes back,
He's never beaten me ever since.
no. he was gone for 2 hours. We were still in the same party. He wasn't talking. He was gone for 2 hours.
So you're saying
Comes back,
you just needed to taste
dominates
that ass
both of
whooping
us.
one time. One ass whooping. Oh, never again.
Because he was like, yeah, man, this will be fun. We're just playing each other. And Mario stomps him. You just, first time, you know how they have like the segments. You get their health bar down. You go again. First one to 2 wins or whatever.
Mhm.
Mario beats him the first time. Dustin goes, all right. And he kind of gets quieter and quieter. I'm like, this is not good. It's like, he's about to throw something. He's going to stand up, throw his headset down, walk away. He's going to get fucking mad. When he starts getting quiet, that's when you're like, oh, oof.
Something
But
like that.
he gets quiet. Next round, he doesn't lay a finger on Mario. Mario flawlesses. Beats his ass, throws him in the dirt, does a finisher, whatever. Immediately. He don't even let the finisher I don't even think he let the finisher go. He left. Gone 2 hours.
I'm not going to lie.
Come
I
back.
100%. I hate to say it, but I will do shit like that. I will 100%. Okay, no, I'm fine to get my ass.
Because at
whooped,
that point,
but
you're
a
going to beat me at my
flawless
best.
victory.
Yeah. Now you're going to beat me at
Bro.
my best. I'm going to go try it.
And I am not the best video game person in the world. Okay, I am barely decent at everything. But
Just because I suck
like-
doesn't mean he's a god tier champion.
yes, but like fighting. If I'm the best at anything, it's definitely fighting games. And it's definitely like the NetherRealm, Mortal Kombat, Injustice type versus like the Capcom.
The first 2
type
weeks
fighting.
of Injustice 2 coming out, you were in the top 500. You remember that?
I don't know.
The first 2 weeks.
I literally would like spend like 4 hours playing all that matches.
That was the first time this dude ever stayed up past 3 o'clock in the morning.
So, but I
Holy
mean,
shit.
so like I'm not like best.
Like
in the
he's
world,
about to go to war.
But like those are like my things. I don't know why I'm good at them. It's just always, it's like I can just remember combos.
Oh my god,
I
when he
guess.
plays a computer? No, it's not the same. No. Because when he gets his ass beat by a computer, bro, he will scream.
Oh, dude, because that game's so unfair.
Bro,
Well,
it's so
but-
fucking bullshit, bud.
No.
I'm like, alright, man, combo.
Oh,
Just
like, what
do-
level?
what combo you doing? Trying to help. He's like, shut the fuck up. And I'm
It's
like,
not even that.
Mortal Kombat on Extreme or whatever their hard
No,
setting is.
fuck that. No, doesn't care. I don't care about the levels. You can put them in the highest level. That's easy. If I'm judging just the computer, you're not gonna fucking touch me, okay? You know what? Screw the cockiness, right? Okay? Fuck the computer. I will fuck you up. But if you're playing that fucking tower mode on Mortal Kombat, they do extra shit, right? So we'd be fighting, and they'll be like, oh, well, on this specific fight, we're gonna have fucking missiles coming down and hit you mid-fight. So not only is Cassie Cage kicking my fucking ass, then I'm like, as soon as I stand up, a
the
fucking missile
missiles-
hits me.
But the missile hits you, knocks you down in your ass, puts you back in the air to be able to be juggled by the enemy.
That's fucked.
So,
yeah, dude.
So
and it's like
dude,
acid rain.
Oh
or
my god.
It's just like, or it'll be like, on this match, you'll have, so you're fighting Sub-Zero, but Scorpion will come in and he'll hit you with a combo while, it's just like, dude, what the fuck is this?
I mean, I guess that's their way of saying get good.
He don't like the RNG fact whenever he's actually good at something. He
That's-
doesn't like the RNG.
That's when I said, you know what, I'm gonna stick to fighting real people online.
That's why I never liked the last boss in Mortal Kombat
Oh,
on
God,
hard
dude.
settings.
Brainiac on Injustice 2.
Brainiac was a bitch.
Yeah, but that's
Okay, I did it on
fight,
hard
dude.
first of all.
But you make me.
I'm not good at it though.
You make me realize.
You understand why
Hey.
I'm getting fucking mad?
I gotta.
First of all, now I gotta go learn moves. I just beat the whole game.
I got Injustice 2 in there, and I got Mortal Kombat. You trying to load this up?
Jesus. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on.
I think
We went on a real tangent off
Yeah,
Mortal
we
Kombat
did.
fight, but I mean,
I think we're good.
Yeah.
good to go. Good to go.
Covered everything.
Cool. Alrighty. This has been another episode of Operation C.M.G. You guys can catch us on YouTube or on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Uploading on Tuesdays.
Follow our social media at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, correct? So, social media. I think Instagram
Yes.
is coming soon, I think. But
So, alrighty.
Links will be posted below.
thank you.
All right.